Get the camera here. Come on, Jack. I got you.
I'm okay the way.
There you go. Hey. So, welcome. We started. Oh, there's this one. This is very professional.
Hey, speaking of professional, look at this cool backdrop my wife got for us. It looks like we're in the bowels of some cool ship.
Thanks, Shayna.
Thanks,
really
Shayna.
Cool.
This is
The
super cool.
bowels of some ship.
I don't think you should just ruin the. Oh wait, you know if I do this, then you can't see the other edge of it. Sorry, Jack. Slide over a little more. Here.
Oh my god.
There you go. Okay. You can see the side of Jack's head now.
Really just one ear.
Come on, there you go. That's better. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Although we might even get, who knows? There's some talk what we can do with this. Remember the digital surprise? Never mind.
Digital
sorry.
surprise.
Oh yeah, we were talking about different things.
It's okay. We're excited. Hey, RTS Lightning's back. Hey, RTS
Hey.
Lightning. He's back. What's up, dude? Jack, why don't you talk about the pairing tonight? What do you think of this game?
Okay, so what we have Eldar versus Admech.
Yep.
And our plan was to have a different Eldar player versus
John,
who's playing the Admech, but he had some tire blowout issues. So we.
Oh, that's rough.
It is. It's terrible. So, but Les was here with his Eldar, and so fabulousness ensued. So we were able to just substitute an Eldar for an Eldar.
Hey,
And Les is pretty great, so.
Les is pretty awesome. And we saw Les's army in action
Last
week
week.
against
Friday.
Ryan's Marauders.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see if the Eldar can carry the day again. And John, actually, these are two players that both won on the stream. So something's got to give.
Oh, yeah.
Something's got to give.
Someone will fall.
So we should talk a little bit about the campaign. So we're about a month in. This is the halfway point, right?
Yes.
So we're 4 weeks in. This is kind of a key night because the Imperial seat of power, Tolathor, the provincial capital, is unlocked now. So this is actually one of the battles taking place there, and the other one taking place is being played. Hey, see ya. See you, Joe.
Hello.
Oh, the cookies are awesome, aren't they?
I know, that's what I'm just saying.
Can I see one of those cookies real quick for a second? Actually?
Oh, sure, I just
Hold on.
ate
So
some of it, sorry.
Sarah's really gifted. This is partially eaten. Look at that. That's ability.
It's
I was like,
Sarah's
these
having
are
a birthday
amazing.
Can you
soon.
grab me one?
Oh, yeah.
Can you grab me one? Thanks.
Okay, you grab it. Thanks, Joe.
So, oh man. So, so this battle's taking place in the provincial capital of Mortwald. So, one of the provincial capitals, because we're kind of making up our own thing.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yes.
So this is a big
Got
battle.
it.
So if Admech wins, good for the Imperium. If it loses, bad for the Imperium. Imperium had an awful week last week.
Yeah.
I don't think they won a game.
Well, good guys are bad.
Oh, look at this. This is
You get to show them all
this
up
is
there.
live TV.
Wow.
This is how it works in live TV. I'm doing this.
Yeah, I've had one of Sarah's
Yeah,
cookies already.
that's
She has
awesome.
the sword
Thank
cookies, so I'm not gonna have another.
I'm gonna have one. Oh,
There's
they're
one.
delicious. So that's what this battle is.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
Food's great for TV, by the way.
As we
really?
stuff our faces.
Oh, this is
with
great.
cookies.
Hope you guys aren't hungry. So yeah, that's what's happening here. We got some other big battles going on. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's go right to the table. Overhead camera. Here we go. And you can see they've already started the deployment. We have the list for the Eldar up here, so I thought we'd talk about that first.
Okay.
And then talk about the Admech list. So the Latok list. So Latok, there's a -1 to hit from 12 inches or more away, so it's tough. We saw it in action last week. This is literally the exact same armor we saw last week. So people that watched the game last week, they'll know what they've seen. So an Autarch with the Warp Jump Generator, a Farseer, Spirit Seer, a Warlock. Those are his HQs. 3 squads of Dire Avengers, 2 squads of Guardians, 1 squad of Rangers, 1 squad of Wraithguard with the flamethrower weapons, I forget what they're called, 2 Falcon Grav Tanks, 1 support weapon, my favorite weapon name, the D Cannon.
Oh.
The D Cannon.
I like that.
Just go with it. I'm not going to elaborate. It's the D Cannon, capital D. The Wave Serpent missile, Wave Serpent Grav Tank, well, I guess not a tank, but anyway, it's a Wave Serpent. There's a missile launcher on it. He's got 14 command points, so you can see less than up right now, actually. So these are a lot of command points.
That is a lot.
Isn't that a lot?
Yeah.
That's a lot. So I'm pretty excited to see that in action. Let's talk about the Admech army. Where are you, Admech? Here you are. So, don't worry, it's coming. Check this out. This is gonna be magic.
That looks really...
No, wait for it. And there it is. Okay, so yeah, that was like magic. So we have from Maz. This is John's army. So he's got 2 Tech Priest Domini, I guess, 2 squads of Skitari Rangers, 3 squads of Skitari Vanguard, a data smith, squad of 10 electro priests, Sicarian infiltrators, Sicarian, a unit of robots, not as big this time, only 3. The Onager Dooncrawler, probably my favorite model in the whole army, and the big. Actually, I don't know. This is my favorite model right now for this army, the Termite Drill, which is badass. He has 3 command points. So we saw this army in action too. The only difference is he took out some robots and added some infiltrators, and I think he had some more Skitarii too. So there's a little less points thrown into the robots and more put into other stuff to make it a little more fun to play with and against, he said. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, those are the armies. So what do you guys... So should we talk about the mission, I guess? Would that make sense?
Sure, let's take a
I
look.
guess we should talk about the mission. So there's 5 objectives on the table. There's you can see one on the very bottom of the screen. I believe that's objective 4. I can't. It's covered, but yeah, the Admech is right on top of it. That's worth. So each player has 1 in their deployment zone, 3 along the midline, and 1 in the opposite deployment zone. The 1 in your deployment zone is worth 1. The 3 at midline are worth D3 apiece, and the 1 in the opposite end on the other deployment is worth D6. Yeah,
Whoa.
that's the big nasty.
Yeah, you want to
You'd probably need
really
a D
get in
cannon
there.
for the D6.
You might need a D.
D-cannon.
You might. Is that the quote of the night? We need to make a D cannon emoji.
Oh, I don't want to know.
How could
what
that go
that'll look
wrong?
Like.
There's a few ways. Like, so Ray has a unit called the what's it called? It has a D cannon coming out of its back. What's that thing called? The
gigantic
D bug. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got some sort of D thing going on.
it has like it shoots this
what's
fleshy discharge out of its back.
Yes, that's exactly. What is that
Never
called?
say discharge. ever
Exocrine.
again.
Exocrine.
Oh, yeah.
Exocrine.
Yeah.
The Exocrine has some awful things that I learned about in health class going on with it. It's like this. Have you seen like that weapon?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Oh, it looks. Yeah. Anyway, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what would be cool is if you could find a way to like work so you could get like a lotion bottle in that, so you could like pump it and like get like.
Great.
Because my hands are really dry this winter.
That'd be awesome.
I'll mention that to Ray later.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. That thing, the Exocrine, is scary. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see if Les's D cannon can get the work done tonight.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Or maybe John targets it and just.
John just
eliminates
goes
it.
after the D. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's happened. We've already set the bar low tonight.
So the bar low.
Set the bar real low.
Um,
So yeah, that's what they're doing. Let me find out if they've started or if that's just like some scout. Actually, mind because you're like closer.
I'm right here.
Oh, cool. These are really good.
I was gonna say I'm gonna stuff my face while we
Who's
wait.
gonna like devour these things? Look how small you look because you're further back.
I'm tiny.
You look really small.
Turn 1 has
Turn
started.
to be good. So who's going first? Admech?
Admech.
Admech or Wom? Okay. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna keep track of the command points and the VPs in this little tiny block below us.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some TV magic here. Watch this. So, Sarah, what did you get recently with your prize? You got a pretty cool model.
I did. I got the Lord of Change,
That is
which I'm
badass.
very excited for.
Are you pumped?
Yes, I'm pumped.
So, like, what are you gonna Are you gonna do the one with 2 heads, the named guy or the regular guy? What do you think?
I haven't decided yet. I was just reading through the booklet, and I'll probably just do the regular one. From what I've heard, it's less points to take because it's not named.
You could always just model it as the 2-headed.
I was gonna say maybe I'll do the 2-headed one and
Which
just
one do you-
call
I mean-
it the 1-headed one.
Yeah, whichever one you looks cool. I mean, they think
Yeah.
they're both cool.
They're really cool. You do a mix and match kind of thing.
I'm gonna get 8 command points. Yes, and Les
I'm
had
just
like
gonna step out for a second.
yeah, no problem. I think Les had.
Didn't we say 14?
Let me check. Hold on. Got it here somewhere. Oop. Let's see if I can do this right. Yeah. So you excited to paint it?
Yes and no. I think it's going to take me 87 years to paint.
You know who you should talk to is Mark.
I was talking to Mark earlier.
'Cause he's painted one.
He said that he's still not done with it. He
It's
said it's mostly done.
well, you
but-
can you can a model like that. You can. There's a great tutorial on that one.
Is there?
Yep.
I'll have to watch.
It's a really good tutorial.
From
And-
Duncan?
Duncan. Yep.
Nice, okay.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I watched a lot of his stuff when I was painting the Zangor skin.
You
And
want to hear something really funny?
not
So,
sure.
I mean, I totally just cut you off there. I'm sorry. I was like, "Oh, you're saying something?" I'm gonna just sorry.
By all means.
No, continue. So you're doing the Zangor skin. Did you do that using his one of his tutorials?
I tried.
Yeah, well, your Dangor skin came out awesome. So, obviously it worked. Can I get this to work? Yeah, I get this to work. So, yeah, what was I going to say?
I don't know. You interrupted me.
I did interrupt you. Oh, yeah, so when I go to bed, sometimes I have to, like, have noise on in the background. And I'll just pick a random tutorial video from Warhammer TV, and I'll fall asleep to the voice of Duncan talking about painting. It's pretty awesome. I feel like I'm trying to absorb his knowledge.
Yeah, maybe it'll like subconsciously
Make me actually-
enter your brain, and you'll be like, I know everything about painting every model.
Yeah, I just wake up and I have the ability to like paint whatever.
Yes.
And then maybe I'll just, you know, like the Matrix when they can just like download abilities into their head.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hoping happens. Yeah. Not holding my breath, but it's kind of cool. You know who met him? My buddy, Raph. Raph met him.
Really?
Yeah, at Nova. Not this summer, but not this past summer, but the summer before that. He was there with his friends playing in one of the events, and I think he was hanging out, and he was looking at this really, really gorgeous Grey Knight army, and this person next to him said, "Isn't that gorgeous?" And like he didn't see it. The person, he turned and it's Duncan. He's like, "Yeah, it is."
Oh my god.
So cool. Do you remember? Let me ask him real quick. Hold on.
Oh, 10.
10 command points. All right. All right. So 10 command points. He's already spent some. And 0 victory points to start. We'll make this in blue. Oh, excuse me. I should do purple because he's got purple bases. Do that.
Good choice.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, you have to go. Yeah.
And this over here.
Yeah, my dude.
And then, you know, I shut that door because the Magic players are kind of loud. Let me shut it.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too loud.
Have fun moving all your stuff.
Chad was gonna shut the 6 to loud. Okay. We have like a pseudo studio going on here.
I know.
Look at this. Okay. Oy, oy. There we go. All right, now we're talking. Let's see if I can actually transition this. See if this works. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that.
Looks good.
It came out all right. All right, so yeah, the Admech are on the bottom of the screen, and the Eldar on the top of the screen.
Yep.
So from what I can see, it looks like he's got his robots and his Onager Dune Crawler on the bottom of the screen, holding the objective in his deployment zone.
Yep.
And it looks like his Sicarian infiltrators started the game right on top of the middle objective, which is really good for him. So see that right in the center?
Oh, yeah.
So that big gigantic bastion, it's hard to see from the top, but you can see a bunch of guys in the middle of it. You can see it better on the side. Actually, let me go to the booth shot, or the pole shot.
That's-
Yeah,
pole
yeah.
shot.
So you can see on the top of that building there. So they're, excuse me, they're on top of there, capturing that right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
If Les can't shoot them off the objective this turn, then he's gonna be in trouble. So it looks like we've entered the second Eldar turn already.
Oh, okay.
Let me just see if any damage was done in the first round of shooting.
Hey.
Who's going first? All right, so we're already in the bottom of battle round 1. Shooting did occur, but nothing cool happened because the minuses to hit. So kind of like in that game against Ryan. Remember last week, Ryan had all the shooting. We were like a little worried for Les's units in the beginning of the game, but then all those minuses to hit, right?
Yep.
And I'm guessing that's how Les burned a few command points, probably stacking some of those minuses.
Yeah. I think that's a good strategy.
It's a great strategy, and especially like if you're gonna, I guess you know what, if you're gonna try to take advantage of those minuses, those stratagems, then you're gonna want to take a detachment that'll give you those extra command points. So he went with the brigade, which is why he has so many command points. What do you think of Les's army? Isn't it gorgeous?
I can't really see it from here,
So let
but
me go
I
to the
know
side shot.
all of his armies are really
Yeah, I mean, both these,
painted.
you can see a little better there.
They
So like,
have like the lights in them, and
yeah, I
I
mean
feel
both.
like he really takes his time, but also gets them done quickly.
He does. I mean, I feel like this army came out. I feel like he just like popped this army out fairly quickly, and it's,
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, it's beautiful. Both these armies are gorgeous. John's army is awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like. All right. So the thing I like about this shot, you can actually see what's happening here a little better. So those are his Wraith Guard with the scary flamers, and I am willing to bet that they are about to completely annihilate that Sicarian squad up top. So those flamers, they're not called flamers, what are they called? D-sites, I think. I think they're D-sites. Anyway, they're nasty. So I think they're D6 hits, auto hit, strength 10, AP -4. I forget how much damage. They're brutal. They're absolutely. I don't have the Eldar Codex today, unfortunately. I do have the Admech one. You know what we're gonna do though? We might as well take a look at the Adeptus Mechanicus unit that's up there to see if they have any sort of resilience, because I don't think they do.
Okay.
They're not a particularly resilient army with a lot of their units. So, okay, the Sicarian Infiltrators, definitely not known for their resilience. By the way, if you're going to borrow and read this, it's really cool. This army is really kind of disturbing.
I feel like I want to read all your books so I can be familiar with more of these armies.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, it's fun to. I like collecting the codexes because you get all sorts of cool background on. I like the front of the books more than the back. I like reading the background.
Yeah,
and
because
stuff
they have
a lot.
like information about the army and, you know.
And the art's really cool.
History. Yeah, I like all the pictures.
Like all this is so much cool. And the problem is you read the book and then what do you want to do?
You want to buy the army?
Yeah, so they know what they're doing. It's a great advertisement. It's like, oh, you want to read this book, huh? Oh, now you want to go buy an Admech army. Yep, I do, because it's wicked cool. Okay, Sicarian Infiltrators. Yeah, T3, 4 armor save, and they have a 6-up invuln. So those D sites, if they are in range, they are going to make short work of that unit. So okay, let's see what's happening here. I really like the fact. So I wanted to get your opinion on this. Did you see? I don't know if you saw the game between John played Mike's Iron Warriors combined with Chris's Black Legion. Did you see that game 2 weeks ago? You didn't see that one, did you?
I didn't.
So I'm gonna
I
go
was
over.
here, but I wasn't.
You were painting, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John played against a combined Chaos Force, and his army was very much like almost everything in his army. Not everything, but so like a lot of his points were spent on one unit. And it was this big unit of all these robots, and the robots were just devastating in shooting. But the Chaos Army was the two Chaos players were able to get units into combat with it from turn 2 all the way through turn 4. So he basically didn't shoot for 3/5 of the game because he was in combat the whole time.
Okay.
And then at the end of the game, he was able to do some shooting, but they were never really able to like put their mark on the game. And it was kind of like not all your eggs in one basket, but it was a lot of points for one unit for that game.
Right.
Instead, now he's gone with more bodies. He's put more stuff on the board. He's got more units, which I think is really cool. And I bet he's gonna enjoy the way the army plays too. And it gives him more flexibility too, because he can lose a unit and I'll be like, oh man, that's the game. Now he actually has some expendable units, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So. Yeah. You know what else? I didn't see that ahead of time. There's a unit of guys in front of that tank. Let's go to the boost shot, not pool shot, bullshit. Yeah.
The pole
Those are
shot.
Guardians. Those are the Guardians. Okay. So those are like the expendable troops of the Eldar.
Oh, okay.
Not that they're really expendable, but it's kind of funny. Like the Eldar are supposed to be like a dying race that it's like really rare, but there's so many Eldar players.
I feel like everyone plays Eldar.
Yeah, well, it's like Space Marines. Like Space Marines are supposed to be like, you're not supposed to see a Space Marine. If you see a Space Marine in the 41st millennium and you're an Imperial citizen, chances are something's really bad is either happening or about to happen, because they're not supposed to be seen very often.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Imperial Guard would be seen like everywhere, or Astromil Tarm, whatever. But it's so funny because there's so many Space Marine armies floating around that. Oh, that's a good idea. Look at Les. He's got a little like he's got almost like a binder with his stratagems. You see that? See that in the corner? Maybe?
Oh yeah.
I want to see that real quick. Hold on.
Just take it from him. He doesn't need it.
So it's really interesting. Whenever I'm watching these games and I'm asking questions, I always have to be really careful that I don't ask questions that will affect the game itself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So like I wanted to ask certain things, but then I realized if I ask it, it might affect the player's decisions.
Right. Yeah, you
So
don't want to like
right. So
influence that.
you don't want to do that. It's like the worst feeling ever because like I don't know if you've seen this happen, but somebody's playing a game and like somebody walks by.
Oh, why did you put that there?
Oh, why don't you just shoot at that? And you're like, and like you're the other guy. And you're like, oh, come on, really?
That's happened to me before, and I'm just like,
Oh,
dude.
that's how you. Yeah, that is like.
I'm like, no.
Call it tableside gaming.
Let me just do it.
Oh, biggest. So like that and like rules lawyers.
Ugh.
Rules lawyers.
I feel like we don't really have any rules
No, we used to have
here.
rules lawyer Chris, but I haven't seen lawyer Chris in a long time. Love you, rules lawyer Chris, but you are a rules lawyer. You know what I'm talking about. You know. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Hello, everyone.
Oh, hey, everyone.
Where is
No
everyone
one's
watching? Yeah. Well, Lightning's watching. Lightning said something. Lightning's one of our regulars, man. Lightning, I think I've seen you in like the last 3 or 4 games. He's usually a loyal Imperial. Lightning, are you rooting for Imperials in this one, or are you gonna go for the Xenos? Yeah, Lightning watched our game. Me and Mark played a game on Wednesday. It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mark actually won, so we thought it was a draw, but he actually won because he had Linebreaker, which we realized at the end of the game.
That's right. I saw that in the Facebook chat.
Yeah, I was cursing my ineptitude. It was a great game, though. It was really fun. It was this really cool, almost epic moment where a Space Marine with a missile launcher, he survived combat with these 2 Scarab Occult Terminators somehow by making 2 5-up saves and a 6-up save against power weapons, which was really cool. And then he backed out of combat because he's an Ultramarine, jumped off a gantry, fired a missile launcher on the run because he's a Space Marine, which was wicked cool, and he missed, but it was nearly really epic. All right, so there's a lot of cards on the table. This is really neat. I like how I'm gonna go to the overhead see if we can see it on that too. I really can't see it on that, but you can see it on the side shot. So like, Les has all his stratagems and spells in a binder, similar to like a magic card binder.
Yeah.
So you can just put it out and it's all visible. It's really cool, and you can just take him out of the thing when he wants to use them.
I like that.
It is
It's a
great.
good way to stay organized.
It's a really good idea.
Whereas I would just have piles and be like, I don't know what I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
I'm totally gonna steal that idea. I'm not gonna lie. So, oops, wrong one. There we go. Oh, see, it's easier to see on the big screen like that, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because it's bigger. So.
That would explain it. Yes. That would explain it. So, where's everybody watching from? I'm just curious if anybody's watching from our area. This is we're playing at the Bolter Hole, which is in Bellingham, Mass. Right on the Rhode Island border. We're not too far from Rhode Island.
Right.
Like 5 minutes
next
away.
to the wound.
Next to the Woony.
Woony,
The Woony.
where I live.
So, what's a really good restaurant in Woonsocket besides the Beef Barn?
Oh, jeez.
Give me a good one. It's gonna be like a good Spanish restaurant in Woonsocket, I feel like.
I don't know. Ray doesn't like anything weird. We never go to any weird.
We went to we went to a friggin'
Los Andes. That was good.
Los Andes was awesome. Los Andes, by the way, if you're looking for
In Providence.
Providence, amazing food. What's the other one we went to in Worcester the other night, a few weeks ago?
What the heck was that place called? It was the Afghani restaurant.
Palmier Grill.
Yes.
That was great. Service sucked. Well, it didn't suck. It was slow. Slow service. They were nice. They were very nice.
Well,
It
I
was
feel like
just
there were
slow.
only 2 employees, so.
Yeah, but they
What can you do?
they
It's
made us wait
small-
for a table, even
Small
though
place.
that was stupid though. There was a table ready, and we reserved one.
Look, we don't know what they
Just
were
made us wait for no reason, and then nobody said. I'm like, okay, I guess they're just not gonna. Anyway, I digress. All right, so it looks like when you look at this battle, we got the Eldar have advanced. They are holding their objective.
Mm-hmm.
They are moving towards the center objective. It doesn't look like either player has gone towards the outside objectives, but the Admech player has firmly went strongly after the center objective with his 10 Sicarian infiltrators. Do you mind spying to see if any? Don't ask them, but can you mind seeing if anybody's on either one of those outside objectives? It looks like objective 5 and 3.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Sorry. So Sarah's gonna check for us and see what's going on there. So let me talk about the mission. I probably should have done in the beginning. So each objective in the player's deployment zone is worth 1. So for the Admech, if they have the one in their deployment zone, it's worth 1. The 3 along the midline, each of those is worth D3, and the one in the opposing deployment zone is worth D6. And they're captured at the end of each battle round. So what do you got?
So there are some guys.
Yeah.
There's black guys. Right
The Guardians.
There.
Those are Rangers. Yeah.
I just can't. I don't know who they belong
Those
to.
are Rangers. Those are those are Eldar Guardian Rangers.
But they're pretty close.
So they're gonna get that one. 3.
It's
How,
just hard to see.
how about 5?
No, there is nothing over there.
Okay, so it looks like they're gonna each have one of the middle objectives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're probably looking at 1 plus D3 for both of them, unless one of the players gets first strike. And I know the Admech player did not get first strike, but it's possible that the Eldar player could, depending upon how many things shoot at this unit in the bunker. And I think he's gonna shoot a lot of units at it.
Right.
So it'll be interesting. And you'll see that Les is he's shooting what he can, I think, at those robots because he knows how dangerous those robots are. The Castellan robots are really, really scary. They can hurt real bad. Oh, you know what we forgot to do?
Did we forget to record it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was like, oh, it's been like 20 minutes.
No, we didn't forget to record it. But we have a fancy new graphic that Shayna made.
Oh.
Ex-wife. So we're gonna take advantage of that. Hold on here. We're gonna put turn battle round 1. Yeah, it's important. And then let's see if I can do this correctly. And there we go. Oh, that's not. There
I
we
go
go.
backwards. What is happening?
There you go. I don't think I made that big enough. Hold on. No, that's too small. Damn it. Hold on. Oh, come on. What the hell's going on here? Okay, this is like... You know what's hard? Because it's like, it wants to lock in.
Yeah.
It wants to lock into the, there you go.
Yeah, it wants to lock to the top or the bottom. Why can't it lock to the middle?
Hold on.
It's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, here we go.
I wonder if you can, like, control, like...
No, I got an idea. Watch this.
Okay.
This is gonna work here.
Alright.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to squeeze a number into the screen. Everybody's wondering what the hell we're trying to do with that.
Like, how many people does it take?
Yeah, they're like, this damn thing. Hold on. Yeah, it's gonna be a little small. Haha!
Oh!
Haha! Look at that. And it's gonna be right. No, it's gonna be right there. Watch this. Boom.
Above my head. Yes. Nice.
That happened.
Good.
That happened. All right, so
Good luck when we have to put battle round 2.
that's it won't be hard. I can just click properties and make it 2.
Yeah, you hope it doesn't
Don't have to move. No, it's not gonna move.
Oh, alright.
It's not happening.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna make this screen bigger. View. Full screen is no. You know what? Then we can't see the chat. And there's a lot happening in the chat right now.
Like a ton of things.
So yeah. Anyway,
It's alright.
it's okay. So predictions. What do you think? Eldar versus Admech. The Admech have gone first. Didn't kill anything.
Last year. Wow.
Last week.
Last week.
Who'd you pick last week?
Les.
And you.
He
Oh, you're
won.
right.
I'm gonna.
You sticking with him?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with him.
I'll go Admech.
All right.
I'll go in John's corner. So John's got. They're both 1-0 on the stream. You know what? Les, has he lost yet? I don't think he's lost yet. I think he's 3-0 in the campaign so far.
Wow.
John's 2-1. But I'm gonna go for. I'm getting in John's corner this one. You can be in Les's corner.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So now we saw what happened with Ryan's army when he tried to shoot at Les's army at range. Was it effective? Not really, right? Because all those minuses.
Yeah, I was gonna say because let's had all those minus.
Yeah, and you can see all the stratagems he's playing, the spells he's playing. He likes to use Doom, Jenks, Guide. He'll pick a really important unit he wants to kill. He doomed one of the units over there. He doomed the I think the Honor Gear over there. So it's gonna make it easier to hurt that unit. So we'll have to see what happens here. But it's tough because, excuse me, John's army is about shooting you, and he doesn't necessarily have to get close to you.
Right.
But we're seeing the effectiveness of this Alatok craft world, in addition to the stratagems with all the stacking minuses to hit. It's one of those armies that is really... The abilities, regardless of what units you take, I think it makes it really hard to play against. What do you think about minuses to hit? You think they're kind of too powerful? You think they should be looked at, or you think it's okay the way it is? Because you've seen it now, you're going to see it twice, where like he went in... So 2 games we've seen in a row where the other guy went first and did nothing, basically, in the shooting phase. With everything on the table.
I think. I don't know. I kind of like it. It kind of adds interest to things when you're like, ooh, am I gonna do it even with the -1 or the minus however many?
And it's very unique, right? There's only a few armies that get it.
Yeah, and I've never. I mean, I don't really see a lot, but I've never seen that before.
No, in AOS, it's like, I don't think that there's not a lot of minuses hit in Age of Sigmar. In
There's
general,
not.
a lot of pluses to hit.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of minuses to hit. Now that you said that, I'm having a hard time thinking of any unit that actually gets a minus to hit. There might be. That doesn't look good.
Oh, looks like somebody died.
Sicarian infiltrators. So, yeah, Sicarian infiltrators are going to get probably the majority of Les's gunfire. Because if John's able to hold that, and they both roll the same, they're tied, right? Effectively. And I think the closer Les's army gets to the center, the more plays into John's hands, because once he gets within 12 inches, he doesn't get that -1 to hit.
Right.
That's the thing, right? So
So
he has.
that'll be beneficial for John.
Yeah. So if you were playing less, right? Now that you've seen his army play already a game and a turn, what would you tell somebody that's going to play against this Eldar army that you've already seen? Like, I'm curious if you think what I'm thinking. Like, if you're going to play against them, are you going to stay at back and try to shoot them at range, or are you going to get up close?
Honestly, my playing style is always just to get in there as close as I can because I'm like balls to the walls, baby.
See what happens. Yeah.
But I mean, especially if he's using that -1, you may as well try to get closer.
Yeah, you have to.
Close enough to
Yeah.
try to hit it your full force.
And make him burn his command points up.
Right.
The problem is 12 command points to start with is a lot, right?
Yeah.
So, like, assuming he uses one on the stack, on the stratagem, it's called lightning fast reflexes. Excuse me. That's, he can use one per shooting phase, one per opposing shooting phase. That's 5 command points. And it's guaranteed one unit will have an additional -1 to hit basically the entire game. And that leaves him 7 more to use for other stuff. So, yeah, I think if I was playing against less, I'd want to get as close as possible. I'd have to change the way my Praetorians play, because they can play pretty static, not static, but they can move around but stay at the outside. But I think against less, you have to get close. I'd love to see him play. Oh no, Les lost last week. Actually, they're both 2-1 because Les lost against the Demons, which is or a week or 2 weeks ago, which is a very Nathan's Demon Army, which is a very close combat oriented, get in your face, charge real fast. It's actually it's a really tough matchup for this Eldar army. These are 2 shooting armies, but Eldar's got a lot more mobility, a little more avoidance, I guess, in the army built into it through like the -1 hit and stratagems. And he also has psychic abilities, which John does not have access to.
Oh.
Well, he has.
Okay.
Well, Admech don't get. I mean, you could take Psychers, you could take another
Right.
detach, but the Admech themselves don't have Psychers.
Right.
So,
that's neat.
yeah, I'll tell you what I like. We're trying to get a close-up shot of the Onager Dune Crawler. This thing right here. He's got that in the back of the table.
Oh, he has.
Yeah,
Has it?
the Onager is right into that card. I want to see if that's doomed real quick. I know one of those is doomed. I think it's that. It's
Okay.
that robust.
Make sure I get my dudes now.
So it is the Onager
It
that's
is.
doomed. Yeah.
Oh.
So those Sicarians are getting lit up. They're probably. So let's check out what
So
they're.
what happens when they're doomed?
Oh no, so doomed means you. I want to say you reroll. I don't interrupt. Yeah, I don't interrupt this game. So I'm gonna have their codex next week actually. I thought I had the Eldar codex, but I don't. I want to say doom. You.
Should we Google it?
It's actually, you know what? I can actually find out. You want to have my phone? I can actually find out for you in a second. I want to say you reroll successful. I think you reroll successful armor saves. But I'll double check. But yeah, the Onager Doom Crawler is a pretty badass unit, but it's got Doom on it, which is not good. The Sicarians, I wanted to check their morale, because they're going to take quite a morale check at the end of this turn. And he kind of needs him to stay there. So they have a morale of 7, which is not great. But, excuse me. But he could spend 2 command points to make sure they stay there.
Is morale like bravery?
Yeah, it's same
Okay.
thing. Same thing. Yeah. So there's a few interchangeable words to the game. So there's
Yeah.
some morale and bravery, AP and rend. So rend and AP are the same
Okay,
thing.
like armor piercing.
Yeah,
Yep,
same
yep.
thing.
Okay,
Same
yep,
thing.
got it.
Instead of running, so in Age of Sigmar you run, in 40k you advance. Same thing.
Okay.
There's the when you fall back is fall back and retreat. I want to say retreat is AOS, fall back is 40k.
I think retreat is a AOS.
Yeah, retreat's 40. Yeah, retreat's AOS.
That
And,
sounds familiar to me.
yeah. So there's a few. They all, but those 3 things all mean the same thing.
Okay.
All right, so I want to check to see what we're doing this. I want to bring up the because I actually one really neat thing about this app, I can actually bring up any army and find out the rules for it. I'm very curious because I do want to know what Doom does. I want to say I think you reroll successful saves, but I could just be making that up. Might be.
And
Hey.
battle round 1.
Yep.
3 victory points to me, 1 to him.
Okay, how many command points each?
How many command points?
Use the cabin so I'm not good.
8 for him, 10 for me.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so it's the same. He had 1.
So 1 for Admech and 3 for the Eldar.
Yeah.
So you can see he shot off those
Yeah, from the top of that.
Sicarians. Yeah. So okay. So the Sicarians were eliminated.
Change the battle round.
Oh, battle round. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't want to do it this way. Can I do it? Watch this. And yeah, buddy, look at that. Battle round 2. All right, so the Sicarians were eliminated. That's big because now, extreme close to my forehead. Because now Les has those Rangers in position near objective 3.
Yep.
And he must have rolled a 3 or 4 to get the 2 extra victory points. I believe. He might have gotten first strike. He might have gotten 1 in first strike. Anyway, they're up by 2. So this is a big battle round for John. He really needs to get. Oh, some people playing. You know what's really cool? There's some people that were watching us on Twitch that they're just on John on the side.
Oh.
You want to see if they want to come and say? Oh, hold on a
Maybe it's
second.
Bacor.
Oh, is it Bacor? If you guys ever want to play, welcome to join the stream. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah?
So yeah, we're.
I have no idea what's going on. Yeah,
That's really cool. There's people that have watched us on the stream that are. That's kind of cool.
So cool.
That's pretty neat.
Love it.
All right, so
I forgot to buy root beer.
go get a root beer.
I use my debit card for $1.50.
I'll get. Hold on.
No, don't worry about it.
One sec.
I have water in my car. I'll have to go.
Yeah, I got extra water, I think. I do not have extra water left.
That's alright. I can wait. I'll go run out and get it when we take a break.
So Doom,
At some point.
Craft World. Here we go. You ready for this?
Ready.
Hold on. Here we go. No, I don't want to do that. Get out of there. No. Okay. And yes. I messed it up.
Ryan!
I had one job.
Just Google search.
No. Hold on. I got this. I got
I know
this.
you want to use the
Boom.
Google app.
Boom. I got it. Look at that.
Boom. He
Got it.
says.
So the Sicarians are dead. Oh, there we go. We got some Vanguard coming up there. So those.
Oh.
there we go. So that's big for the. I'm on Team Admech.
Where did they come from?
They were behind the building.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, they're not to be trifled with.
Wow. Sneak right
Okay,
up
so
on
Farseer, Doom. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. You ready for this?
Ready.
Doom. If manifested, choose an enemy unit within 24 inches. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Were you totally wrong?
I was totally wrong.
Oh.
So anybody that targets that unit until your next psychic phase, be it shooting or assault, can reroll failed wound rolls against that unit. That's nasty. That is pretty nasty.
Okay.
And then combine that with Guide, which is another great class. You know what's really cool? These psychic abilities have been around forever. So like Eldar have had Guide and Doom since I want to say 2nd edition,
Oh, wow.
which is like going back to
a
like
while ago, I'd say.
yeah, 2nd edition is like 93,
Oh, it was just a tot.
94 around there. I could be wrong. I know Rogue Trader was 91. I want to say 2nd ed. I think it was 93. I'm gonna go with 93. We'll check that later.
I mean, whatever you say, I believe because I don't know any better.
I want to say it's 93.
I was
Okay.
like, yeah, Brian, sounds good.
So Guide, this is really cool. So yeah, you pick a friendly unit, and that unit can reroll failed hit rolls with a ranged weapon. So if you put Doom on something, let's say the Honor Dragoon Crawler, and then you put Guide on, let's say, one of your tanks, you can reroll any failed hits with that tank, and then any attacks that target the unit can reroll failed wounds. So you can effectively have rerolled hits, reroll wounds against the unit with one of your choice units.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
You can see the importance of having Deny the Witch. So like, not having somebody that can try to deny Les's manifestations, it's a pretty big deal because then you don't have the ability to possibly deny it from happening. So that's tough. I don't think I'd want to play a game with. I'd have a hard time if I was playing like Tau or Admech without another detachment with a Psyker, just to have some sort of way to deny the Witch. Because when I was playing against Ray, he was doing the psychic abilities, and the next time we played, I gave my Ultramarines captain there's a relic he can get, which allows him to deny the Witch, which is really useful, and also gives him 3 up invuln saves. Awesome. And now I'm like, oh, I would always take that now. Even for 3 up invuln save. 3 up invuln save is freaking sweet. So, so the Sicarians are dead. These Vanguard. Do you mind doing some tableside? Do you mind making? Do you want to see what those guys look like? See if they have hoods or metal helmets.
Hoods.
Don't ask them what it is because I don't want to give it. Yeah,
No.
pretty sure they have metal helmets at it. So Sarah's gonna do some investigating for us. Oh, there you go. Put that over there. All right. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Okay, metal helmets.
Metal helmets. This is a
And
Vanguard.
Les also got first strike. He forgot to let us know. So
Oh, he did.
has 4 VP.
Ooh.
Yep.
It's 4 VP.
Yeah.
Okay. So big turn for Les.
Yeah, that's
Strong.
4 and 1. That's pretty good.
That's a strong. Yeah, that's a very strong opening battle round for him. So those Vanguard are going to take that objective. They will smoke those Rangers in close combat.
Oh, will they?
Yeah. Well, not in close. Well, yeah. They should kill them in close combat, but they'll probably be able to kill quite a few of them just by shooting. So the Vanguard, I think this is a really cool unit. The Vanguard is actually one of the most used model kits for conversions. Like a lot of people use that kit for other stuff, not just Admech players. I'll show you what they look like. So the Vanguard, these cool guys with the helmets.
Yes.
I don't know if I can put this on camera. Hey, Sentinel. What's up, man?
Fish elves. Cool.
I did a Thiefkin. That's what Ray's got that army.
Yeah.
So
I wanted it, and then he got it.
Is that what he did?
Yes.
The Vanguard.
That weasel.
Sweet. What Sentinel, have you chosen an enclave? What do they call them? I think they call it enclaves. You've chosen like a I think it's enclave. Like the I can't remember the rules. The name for it. Like the realm it's from. Not the realm. God damn. The Idneth City. There's different rules for a city. Have you chosen?
Oh.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, there's because each one has like their own thing. Kind of like how, there's different chapter traits.
Right.
Yeah.
So they come from their own place.
Sentinel, did you prime in black or white? I'm curious. Because that army, I think there's a lot of people prime those white. I'm just curious if you went black or white on that one, or maybe another color.
Rated white.
Rated white. Yeah, good for him. Eel, yeah. Sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
I'm into that.
That's all I could, when I saw those models, all I could think of was Dr. Evil. That's awesome. That's probably my favorite of all the new model lines they put on the last year. That's one of my favorites.
I think they're so cool.
Yeah, it's like
because I love
that's
as
a
you know,
wicked
I love
cool
under the sea life. Sharks are my favorite animal.
The shark models are
I think those
freaking.
are neat.
I like the armor. Prime to nothing yet. All right. Yeah, because the armor on the elves riding it look really like ancient Greek almost.
Yeah.
You notice that? It looks like cool, like Greek style, like
Yes.
Aegean, something out of like a Greek mythology. They have a really cool aesthetic to the guys riding it. I think they look wicked cool. Their background is really interesting.
I haven't read it.
They're like it's kind of sick. It's kind of sad. They were basically a failed experiment.
Oh.
Yeah, like one of the elven gods, Teclis, tried to create them in the image of the original first elves in the world that was. But they were deeply scarred. Need to build them first. Dark color. Oh, dark and neon would be cool. Would you do neon on the fish, or neon on the guys? Because if you did dark color scheme for the guys, right, and then do cool color, you could do really cool almost neon color.
Accents.
Yeah, or kind of patterns on the sharks and the eels and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that would be kind
That
of
would look really neat. I like priming black a lot because it's very forgiving. Whenever I prime white, I find myself having to go be more careful a lot of the times.
Oh.
I still do it for certain color schemes. I
Yeah.
did for my Stormcast, but when I prime black, I can make a mistake and it's harder to notice. Whereas if I prime white, make a mistake, it's it stands out.
I always use Ricard Flush.
I wish they need to make a Ricard Flush spray.
I know.
Don't they?
I feel like we say this every day.
No, they do.
We're
We
we need Ricard Flush spray.
Yeah, they do need one. That'd be perfect.
Because that's my favorite.
It's a great friggin' color.
It's a good tone.
Neon Ship's Fish, dark color priming. Cool. Very cool. We'll be playing AOS on the stream in about a month.
Was it March and April?
Yeah, so we're started working on me, Jack, and Dan were talking about, we were brainstorming last few days, and we're gonna do something a little different. It'll be different than this. So it's gonna be 8 weeks. Each week we'll play a different match play scenario. There's 18 match play scenarios across all 3 General's handbooks. We'll pick 8 total. We'll just play a different one each week. It'll be one realm for the entirety of the campaign. So the campaign will be themed around one of the realms, and it'll be a narrative too. Something's happening in one of the realms, and that's going to be the theme. And then dark colors of guys and neons. It's a good idea to neon stripe the armor. Yeah,
Ooh,
their armor. So their armor is awesome. When I was looking at those models up close, because Ray's got a bunch of them. I mean, they look good in pictures, but maybe keep the pale skin to this eld. Yeah, so Deepkin Flesh is. Have you seen that one? The new base color.
Yeah, it's like a greenish, like
It's
a
weird.
greenish white.
Yeah.
It's like a. I like it.
It's like a
different.
sickly green skin
Yes,
almost.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Sentinel. Have you tried the? I want to move this mic so I can actually see what you're saying.
That's fine. Just
Yeah,
don't
there-
hit any mute buttons.
No, that'd be bad.
We'll be talking and it'll just be nothing.
Yeah. Sentinel, have you checked out the Deepkin Flesh color yet? The new base color that came out when they were released. Yeah, that is a cool color.
I like, yeah. It's
That's a
different.
really cool color. It's very similar to Rakarth Flesh, but it's just like a little different.
Yeah, it's got like a different like hue or tone. I don't know
Yeah.
what the proper artistic word is, but
It's one of those. One of those. So, I think he's already killed some of those rangers.
has he
Yeah, I would
killed all of them?
no, there's still
Oh, no,
this
there's
one.
still-
I would definitely look at picking it up and trying it. I like it. I tried it on what did I use it on? I think you know what? I used it on one of my chaos guys when I was finishing my chaos army, my slaves to darkness. Oh, I used it on my chaos lord riding manticore. I put it because I was like, what the hell? When am I gonna use it? So I just tried to use it on his face because he's got this weird face.
Oh, okay.
And I did that, and I hit it with like Reichland Flesh Shade or something. It's cool. It's a cool color. It covers really well. It covers just like
Ooh,
Rakarth.
Reichland flesh shade? I bet that's interesting.
It was just, just a little different. He
Yeah.
looks like, I feel like I painted him painted him back in like August. I kind of forget, but I know I used it on his skin. Yeah, that whole model line is freaking cool. I might have treated myself to that army box for Christmas
Oh, really?
because that's what I need. More
The
model.
big one?
The big one. I was like,
Ray wanted that, but
I was like all over that.
I told him no.
Sentinel, did you pick up the big Battle Force that came out for Christmas? Those are like such a good deal. It's like ridiculous.
Well, yeah. He wanted the
He got one. Didn't he get one?
Yeah, he got the
What did he get?
what's the
Oh, the Seraphon.
the Seraphon,
Seraphon,
because he was like, I don't know if I want it, and I was like, just give it to me. I'm buying it for you for Christmas.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as Lizardman.
Yes, I was gonna say lizard men,
Yeah.
but they're not. They're Seraphon.
So I picked a box of eels, Volturnos, and very cool. So he did get the Battle Force. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
The
such a
Volturnos
good
model is
box.
awesome. The
Which
dude,
one is that?
he's the king, the Achillean king model. It's a beautiful model.
With
It's
the
the guy on
the
the
cape
seahorse.
with the weight.
The guy on
Oh
the
no,
seahorse.
different. Okay, seahorse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
oh yeah, I like that one
And the
too.
eels. There's not a single model. I love all the little. There's all these cool additional fish that are in the kits.
and
yeah.
you can put them on like bases and make
Yeah.
them just like little like
Yeah, they're the
I
model
like-
line is awesome.
I like those a lot.
Yeah, I think the regular guys, the thralls and the battle force is perfect. 2 sharks in that. It comes with 2 sharks, a bunch of eels, some of the Namarti. I think the Namarti, the regular guys, are wicked cool. I think they look really disturbing. So yeah, their background, like so they were created by Teclis, who's one of the elven gods in the realm of light, and he tried to create them in the image of the original elves in the world it was, and they were the last to be devoured by Slanesh when the world it was consumed or
Okay.
destroyed. So they were like towards the top of the belly, basically, because the idea is that they're like siphoning off the souls of the elves from Slanesh who they captured, which is a long story, but it's really cool. And they're trying to remake them into like a new race of elves. And each of the elven gods kind of made a deal with each other. They can each get their own like kind of quota of elven souls. So he tries to do this to make them into like the image of the elves of old, and they don't quite take. Like they're deeply scarred by what happened by being devoured by an awful god of excess. So that's understandable. And he originally was going to destroy them and like kill them all and like wipe them out. But his brother Tyrion, who's actually supposed to be Teclis was supposed to be the more level-headed of the two, but he actually kind of like stayed his brother's hand. And the Deepkin were able to escape into the depths, and because they're so sensitive and like they were basically traumatized, they go to the place where there's as little sensory output as possible.
Okay.
Right? It's almost like putting on. If you're really sensitive to something, you kind of like seclude yourself.
Right.
They did that. This is where it really gets messed up. Their children that they have start to die off and wither like really quickly, and they don't know why. And it turns out they're born basically without souls.
Oh no.
Like really withered souls. So the only way for them to survive as a race is to take the souls of other sentient beings and use magic to basically fuel their children. They're effectively soul stealers.
Interesting.
It's like really messed up.
Wow.
But they have to do it to survive, and they tried doing it with like animals. They didn't want to do it to like sentient beings, but it didn't quite work.
Mm-hmm.
And they like go around and they have this cool magic where they'll go into a village and like maybe take a third of the people, and then use spells to make you so you don't remember what happened and you forget they ever existed, and then they come back like maybe 100 years later to repopulate, and they take and that's what they do. It's really really messed up. So they're order, but they're not really good. Yeah, it's kind of it's pretty cool though, right?
Yeah.
Dark Eldar are actually real similar to 40k. Dark Eldar actually have to survive off the they're sustained by the suffering of others. It's like really messed up. So like they have to like watch you or inflict awful pain on you, and that basically keeps them alive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think the background.
Nice.
Yeah, I think the background for a lot of these armies is like.
I should read into it.
That is why they're awesome,
I just
Sentinel.
don't, you know.
That is exact. Dark Eldar. I wish. Dark Eldar probably they might be my favorite 40k race that I don't have yet. That I don't play. I think Dark Eldar are like the coolest army. I think that's like for the background, because like the Eldar fell right, basically because the Eldar were behaving the way the Dark Eldar do, but because the Dark Eldar were in the webway when Slanesh was born, they weren't affected by it, so they still live the way that basically doomed their race, and they just don't care. They're just zero F's given for the Dark Eldar. Yeah. Yeah, Deepkin have like a little more like they could be noble. Like Deepkin have like they have nobility to them, and they can be like good.
Okay.
There's nothing redeeming about the Dark Eldar.
No.
The Dark Eldar are kind of like the Greyjoys. Hey,
Oh, it's not very fun.
so one of our viewers is collecting Deepkin, so we're talking about like the way Dark Eldar and Deepkin are kind of connected.
Yeah.
A little bit, right?
Yeah. So,
Well, the way Deepkin aren't quite as douchey as Dark Eldar.
well, Deepkin need the souls
They have to
Yeah.
do
to
it.
stay alive, whereas Dark Eldar need the suffering.
Right.
So like Deepkin aren't gonna like keep you alive.
Right.
They're gonna just take your soul.
And they have
Whereas-
to do it.
They have to survive. Whereas Dark Eldar, it's like the torturing and suffering
They're
just
like-
Awful.
it extends their life.
And
so
they-
the
and they-
longer they keep you alive and
Yeah.
suffering, the better it is. For
And they
them.
effectively live the way that caused their entire race to die.
Yeah.
But they weren't affected by it because they just happened to be in the webway. So it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad. That's all right. All right. So I want to see. Do you mind checking this? Oh, come on, I'm gonna take a look.
Okay.
I want to see if those rangers are all dead. I think they might be.
Sure, take a look. Let's find out. I don't see any more there, but they could be hiding underneath things.
Okay. Big turn for the Admech.
Oh.
Big turn for the Admech. Here we go. So, he's taken two of his two of his Vanguard and advanced onto the two outer objectives, and the Rangers are gone. So
Yeah, I didn't think there looked
No.
like there was any left.
They
Oh
have
yeah, I
ceased-
see them on each of the outside ones.
yeah, those Rangers have ceased to be. So what's going to happen is unless Les can, and one thing that's also important to note is that John used the line of sight blocking terrain pretty effectively. So it's hard to tell from the top-down view. I'm going to go to the side and see if it's easier to see there. Yeah, you can kind of see there. So at least the front one. So that Vanguard squad that's on top of Objective 3, where they're positioned now, it's going to force Les to move some of his stuff around if he can try to see them, because he's using that line of sight blocker.
Oh.
And you can kind of see it. There's another bastion in the far back towards the top of that screen.
Yes.
You can kind of see the front of it. That on the other side of it is where the other objective is. And again, that's where his other Vanguard squad is. So he's trying to use the line of sight blocking terrain to limit how many things can shoot at it, which is smart.
Oh yeah.
So
That is a smart use of the terrain on the
Right?
board. Mm-hmm.
So if John's able to take those two outer objectives, and Les is only able to take the middle one, and that's assuming Les gets up there. I mean, he's got to get a unit up there. We could see this. You could see this game go back even again, depending on how the victory points go. So we'll have to see. Let's see what happens here. Are you still sticking to your Les prediction for this game?
Yeah, we'll go for it. I can't just, go back on my...
The eels are huge. How big? I actually haven't seen the eels in
They're
person.
like probably like this long.
Oh, I have seen them. They are pretty
They're
big.
like-
They're long. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, they're long. How's the kits put together, Sentinel? Is it not too hard to put together? Some of the newer kits are pretty complicated, I find. Maybe I'm just getting old, but no, some of them are like really like intense. Like
I
some,
agree. I look at the instructions and I'm like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what?
No, I mean they're very. I'm trying to think the last kit I put together that's relatively new. Oh, you know what? The Blood Bowl Troll. So I put together the Blood Bowl Troll, the new one, the plastic one. It's actually it's like really complicated. It's a pretty in-depth model. It's a really cool model. It doesn't photograph very well. If you look at the Blood Bowl Troll, the new one, I don't think the photographs of it do it justice because I don't think it looks that great in the photos. But then you see it in person. Oh, this actually is a really cool model. And it's literally in a quarterback position, like he's throwing a ball, but he's throwing a goblin, or goblin.
Oh, I saw that.
Have I shown this to you? It's
I
pretty
think
cool.
I've seen it. I think you posted it on
and
the
goblin's
Facebook
the
page.
goblin's holding the ball, so he's like gonna throw. It's really
He's throwing the goblin
Yeah.
who has the ball in his hand.
yeah, and he's wearing like a piece of wood that has this number on it, and it's like moving. It's a cool model. It just doesn't photograph. It's kind of hard to. I see what happened because I tried to take a picture of it myself, and it's hard to take a picture of it right because of the way it's positioned. If you take it from here, all you see is like the side of his head, and you take it from front. So it's one of those weird. It's hard to photograph it well. The body's in one piece, the head's two halves. Oh, that's not bad then. That's not bad. Are you gonna paint the eels separate from the guys, or are you gonna put them together? I would recommend doing them separately, personally.
I do a lot of things separately now. I learned my lessons the hard way.
I only do. I mean, I don't do a lot, but when it comes to like a rider and a steed, I usually do the steed separately.
Separately. That's
Yeah.
what I did with my Sisters of the Thorn.
Oh,
my
and the
Wood
fly
Elf
stem just glues to. Oh, perfect. So that's another thing. If it's on a flying base, sometimes they can be
Oh yeah.
separately. Good call. Yep, that's what I would do. Oh,
Yeah.
you did your Sisters of Thorn separately from the mounts, right?
Yep.
We got before you leave. We need to point out. We got to use the. We got to figure out how many points of Tzeentch you have. We got to figure it out because we can.
I must have like.
I think you have a lot. We have a lot now, right? I mean,
Freaking ton.
I think all you'd have to do at this point, if you wanted to play 40k with that army, you could just add a few things, just like a squad of Rubric and a squad of like Terminators, and you probably have with all your other Tzeentch stuff, you probably have a lot. Actually, your Tzeentch demons alone, you probably have a lot. I don't know how many points of that you have too. It's probably quite a few. All right, so we're looking at the bottom of battle round 2 because Les is starting to move stuff, and I'm gonna find out where those guys came from. I have a feeling they deep struck. You're starting to actually know the armies. Alright, so I'm starting to actually figure out what these armies do. I've seen them play a few times. So that unit of Guardians, you're probably wondering where the hell those came from. Those deep struck. For my orcs, I just need another box of Grots. So Sentinel, I don't know if you've subscribed to Warhammer TV yet, Warhammer Live rather. If you haven't, I would definitely recommend it. It's awesome. I think it's my favorite Twitch channel. They have a ton of really cool orc battle reports on there, and there was one they did right before. It was the last broadcast they did before Christmas, and they did a battle report of orcs versus Astra Militarum, and it was a really cool battle report. Where I just watched it the other night, where it was a scenario from the Vigilus book, and one side of the table was all Imperial like entrenchments and gun lines and stuff and like bunkers, and the orc player just had to get stuff in the deployment zone. It was like basically Russian line. It was one of the narrative scenarios, and the whole army was all mounted. It was wicked cool. So if you like orcs, it was just a fun army to watch because it was all speed freaks. It was all guys in bikes
Nice.
it looked like something out of Mad Max. It was wicked cool. And then the Imperial Guard player was just almost all tanks or all artillery, or all fortifications. So it was interesting. It was cool. It was really, and he had a knight or two too. But it was fun. And it was funny. It was two guys that are always in that chat, but they live close to Warhammer World.
Oh.
But they were literally all like whenever you watch Warhammer Live, those two guys. It was Sprues and Bruce and this guy Notley, and they're literally always in the chat. Whenever I watch, they're both really nice. Like they're very like friendly in the chat, and those guys are literally always on there. So it was kind of cool seeing them play. It was pretty neat. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I want to go to Warhammer World at some point. That'd be fun. That'd be quite a trip.
Maybe for your birthday.
Yeah, well, I couldn't do it on my birthday because I have to work.
Oh, that's true.
It's tough during the school year. I would do it during the summer. I was looking at they have an AOS, so they do a big grand tournament series for both 40k and AOS. There is an AOS one, but it's in June, and it's like right when school ends.
Oh yeah.
So if we have snow days, I wouldn't be able to do it. Doing awesome Cult of Speed. That's the way to do it. Rob Burke's got a Cult of Speed army.
Me.
We gotta get Rob on this stream.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so Sentinel, you know what we'll try to do? We're gonna try to get Rob on here. He's got a beautiful, beautiful army. My grandmother bought me a. Oh, cool! That's an awesome grandma.
What a great grandmother.
Yeah, that's a great gift. The Wartrek's sweet. There's like Did you see how many new orc models that came out? The vehicles. There's like 6.
Yeah.
There's like I think Sentinel. How many new work vehicles came out? Like I want to say there's like 5 or 6. And they're all like unique. They're all different. It's not just like one. It's the War Trike plus like 4 or 5 others. All right, so look what Les is doing. He's immediately saying, okay, I got to deal with these Vanguard. See that? 5. Yeah, 5. There's a lot. And I love this one where it has a turbine engine from one of the flyers in the front.
Yes.
That one, and then the one that the squig wagon's really funny too. So there's gonna be a lot of shots going into that unit along. Let me see which objective that is. That's objective 5 on the left. Yeah, so that unit of Vanguard is probably gonna have a tough time depending on how many shots go into it. I think the one on the right, on the far right of the table, objective number 3. I think they're gonna be okay. I don't think Les is gonna be able to get up on there. It looks like he's got somebody. Oh, I think there might be somebody up there. Let me check that. Hold on. Let's see who's up there. Yep, there is somebody up there. The Warlock's up there.
Oh, okay.
So that's big. So Les will safely have that since they're scored at the end of the battle round. So Les will have objective 4, whereas John is trying to get 3 and 5. So Les kind of has to. If Les can get John off of one of those objectives, and they're even on objectives, he should be able to reliably keep the lead for a turn. Unless he rolls really poorly and John rolls really well. So. And notice he has to get closer, right? We kind of saw this coming. As Les gets closer to the army, it'll be interesting to see how John's shooting does in battle rounds 3, 4, and 5. Because he's gonna be forced to get within 12 inches. When he doesn't really want to. What do you think of the mission? That's all right.
What's our mission this time? Oh, for the...
Yeah, so D3, D3,
I think I like that because it kind of forces you to move toward each other.
Yeah.
You have no choice. You're just going to keep your 1 point objective the whole game.
I was
boring.
busting Ryan's balls last night because we were playing AOS Skirmish. I was busting because I was like, why did you not go to the left? I was still giving him a hard time from last round. He's like, oh no. I'm like, dude. He's like, I forgot. Like, it's a big yellow chip. It's a big yellow chip with a number on it. Big yellow chip,
Oh,
dude.
you forgot, huh?
Just give him a hard time. He's like, oh, my storm signs. They killed the tank. Like, that's cool. They didn't go near the thing. War Tripe scrapped it.
A snaz wagon.
Yeah, and it's so cool because each of these is like. Oh, you know what the other one is, Sentinel? It's the one with the warp jump generator on it. Shock jump dragster. That's it. If I told you about that one, it can actually open up a hole in reality and jump through it.
What?
So yeah. So the orcs.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, the orcs are wicked cool. The orcs took a. So they have this.
Fun.
They have this gun called the shock attack gun, where it creates a hole in the warp, and it's really awesome. The miniature's great. Dude basically has a big vacuum cleaner, and he's sucking in these snotlings, which are like the lowest of all the green skin life forms, the little mini grots.
Oh.
And he's sucking them into this vacuum cleaner that sucks them into the gun, and it's this big contraption with like whirling things on it, and he aims it at something, and it it projects them into the warp, and then opens up a hole in reality wherever he's pointing it at. So like he'll point it at like a tank, and it'll basically like send the snotlings inside the tank, and they'll just kill all the crew. Or like they'll point it at like a squad of Terminators in the big armor, and they'll coalesce inside the guy, which obviously is an awful way to die.
Oh, yes.
And the snotlings, when they go through the warp, they're like seeing demons and shit. So when they come out the other side, they're like they're really scared. Anyway, so what the orcs do is they put that thing on like a dragster, like a freaking hot rod. So they have to like, they want to go really fast. They just open up a hole in the warp, pop out on the other side. And the story they talk about them using on Vigilus, where this this campaign's taking place, and they were making this race around the planet, but there's these big walls and they can't go over the walls. So they use the shock jump dragster, and all the other vehicles will drive right behind it. So when it makes the hole, they all jump through the same hole, and they hopefully pop out the other side of the wall, just to keep racing. I think it's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, the orcs are great, and like it must be fun writing for the orcs.
I feel like they a little bit remind me of Skaven because they're very like.
Skaven are smarter though. I mean, the orcs aren't stupid, but I feel like the Skaven
they're like cunning.
Yeah, I feel like the Skaven have more. I think the Skaven care more about survival. Like I don't think the Skaven are like. I don't think the orcs even think about survival. I think they just like it's like the orcs are like my cat Khaleesi. When Khaleesi gets all crazy, she runs around. Or it's like Chloe when Chloe goes nuts and like
Oh yeah.
Right.
Torpedo. She's nuts.
yeah. Whereas Skaven are like Skaven are awesome and they do stupid stuff, but like I feel like they think about self-preservation a little more, or a lot more.
A lot.
They don't they're not really good at it, but yeah.
I just feel like they're both like, silly. Like they have like these little like quirks about them.
Yeah. War Boss Wazdaka. Yes. So the Wazdaka is like he's like obsessed with speed. He wants to basically build a gigantic highway across the entire galaxy, which is true.
Sounds legit.
We gotta get Jack in here to talk about orc.
Because he that's
he
his
like knows
favorite.
he literally knows everything about
hobby.
orcs. He's
Yes.
like he knows. Let me see if hold on. Let's see if he wants to talk about a little bit about orcs. So that's the one.
He's available.
Yeah, hold on.
Sure, he says.
So Warlord Wazdaka.
Yes.
So one of our viewers is talking about Wazdaka wanting to like build an entire highway across the entire galaxy for one big speedwell.
Yeah. So
Pretty
yeah.
awesome, right?
Yeah, he is. So Wazdaka, who doesn't have a model or rules
yet.
currently.
Not yet.
Yeah, and he might get a model eventually, but the best time to release a Speed Freak biker box passed.
Yeah, it would have
So-
made this would have made the most sense to do it now, right?
Right. I don't think that Wazdaka will get a model.
But you could build your own character now, as chapter proves,
You
right?
could.
could do that.
Unless they revisit Orc Speed Freaks, I can't imagine. I mean, they just did.
And this basically was the Speed Freak release.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of
If this was their last best chance to release Wazdaka as
But
a
you could,
model.
like it's like the chapter proof kind of gives you the ability to. They were talking about this the other day, where people were asking about the model for. There's a guy for the Crimson Fists, Alessio Cortez, who like disappeared into the webway or the warp or something.
Yeah.
And like I think he's in some of the books, and people want to use him, and they're like, oh, well, you could just use chapter proof. It's kind of a cool idea to like that because now you can make rules for a character that's in the story but doesn't necessarily have a model yet,
Right.
or might not get a model, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, we were just talking about the different like I was talking about the shock jump dragster, which I think is like
Yeah.
the coolest concept for a vehicle ever.
Yeah, and it has got gunners, which makes it shoot better.
Oh, actually, it's nice.
Yeah. So it has hits on 4s in most cases.
Latex Eldar are nasty, by the way.
Oh yeah. Are they doing damage?
They just don't take it.
Okay.
They just because like so they have a flat -1 to hit
Okay.
from 12 inches away, like and then they have a stratagem they can play where it's an additional -1 to hit.
Okay.
But it's for one unit, so like Les can kind of like choose a unit he doesn't want to take damage with, and like say, okay, it's a -2 to hit this unit.
Okay.
I'm wondering why Eldar get their tactics across the entire army, and then Marines only have it on the select units. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, from a marketing standpoint, perhaps you're trying to sell other armies, and so you backtrack. I mean, Marines definitely took a giant backtrack, and Games Workshop had to have known that the Marines were being like stepped back.
Yeah, I mean the bolters, I guess, are a step in the right direction for Marine players.
Yeah.
We used it on Wednesday. We're not seeing it in this game, but the other players are using them in the other
Yeah.
games.
And we're planning on using it for tomorrow's tournament.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. What do you think of the beta bolter rules? I think they're cool.
As an orc player,
Yeah, they don't really affect you.
well, they do. Because
Oh, yeah, you
it's
shot
like,
at.
picking up 6 orcs is way different than picking up 15 orcs, and I think from
Yeah.
now on you'll be really. So it is a way to deal with the horde army,
Yeah.
and I think that you'll start seeing more optimized lists that focus on bolters, bolt rifles,
Which isn't a bad thing.
storm bolters.
It's an iconic weapon. I mean, it
Well, yeah, the thing I've always felt is things like Land Raider Crusaders
Yeah.
become way too powerful with a rule like this. And I guarantee you're going to see a ton more Land Raider Crusaders.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with certain builds and like certain. Who is it? The Imperial Fists have that stratagem where you can the bolter drill. I think you can re-roll. Marines have become better. Yeah, we were talking about the Centurions.
Yeah.
right? Where they, I think they're like the sleeper hit of the bolter rule.
I think they are because
Yeah.
you have like literal walking tanks with storm bolters in them, like built into their chest.
So they changed the way bolters work. They released a beta rule with like, which I like the idea of these beta rules where they say, oh, try this out, see if this works. Because I want to get the input of every player tonight and send them a. There's an email you can send the information to see what we think.
Yeah, I feel like, and I know this sounds silly, but I feel like it's one of those basic infantry marines need a rule like this, but their vehicles are already pretty tough. I don't know that they need that. And I think things like hurricane bolters, for instance, just become
12 shots at 24 inches.
Yeah, it's right.
That's a lot of dice.
But you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, or if you have a Centurion squad, you have 3 of them. If you have 3
24.
Centurions, you
Yeah.
roll 36 dice.
Yeah.
It's right.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
how do you
Yes.
put 36
It's
dice
like
in your hands?
I have a brick of 36 dice. It's like
Well,
it's like I take all of these dice in this dice container.
Dan was talking about his I mean,
have
they
to be
already
the tiniest
they already
little
exist
dice.
though. Dan was already talking about his aggressors, and he had like 100 plus shots with his aggressors. I'm like, what?
I'd be like, I give up. Just
Just like,
Yeah.
let's just call it
I
10.
mean, orcs do be
multiply
hitting
it by
on 5s.
10.
Marines are on 3s. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. So when when I have
Ooh, Drukhari. We were just talking about Drukhari.
when I have 30 orc bad moons with shootas, you get 60 shots, but you're hitting on 5s and 6s before any penalties, and so then you're like, okay, so you cut away 2/3 of those, right? So now it's like, okay, so I hit on 20, so it's like it seems like a lot, but it doesn't end up being a lot. But with Space Marines, a lot is often because you factor in there are all these like rerolls and like, you're when you're a lieutenant, so you get reroll 1s.
Okay, so like here's the thing
That's
too.
when you start aura bubbling all of your benefits, and then it becomes like, you just hit with 60 shots.
So I'm starting to like not be as much of a noob as I was with my loyalists now, and like the that's a great name, by the way, Juice Blocks. Favorite Juice Box flavor? Can we just random question?
I always like the apple, like the
Apple juice. Straight up apple juice.
Yeah.
Great.
Grape. I want to go Capri Sun. Gonna go outside the box. Not quite a box.
I like
A juice bag.
I think juice pouch.
Juice pouch.
I used to like the Pacific Cooler the
So
best.
I bought a box of 10 Cabalites. I was wondering. I believe it's a minimum size of 5. I'm gonna double check that. Hold on, I'll check that for you, Juice Blocks. What determines which model is a Sybarite? So the Sybarite can take certain items. They have they're like a sergeant equivalent. So if you give it the weapon that a Sybarite would get, that would denote. What's the word I'm looking for? You like that?
I don't.
You
don't
didn't
know.
like that?
I don't know what that was.
Brain fart.
Oh, that was crumbs from our disgusting snack last week.
Oh, sorry, we made a mess. We're making a mess. So if you give that model the weapon a Sybarite would have, that would be Sybarite. I'd probably give it some sort of cool clan marking. Right, but you can give the guy like a Agonizer, I think, or what's the other weapons? Agonizer. Hold on, I got this covered. I got you covered, Juice Blocks. Hold on. I think the answer to your first question, I'm gonna go with 5. I'm gonna check it right now, but 5 I think is the minimum size, and I want to say you can give him a few different things. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the juice pouch. You weren't a big fan of the
How do you
Capri Suns?
No.
Really?
Not really.
Oh, what's wrong with
because
you?
every time I tried to drink one, it just exploded on me. It's like,
That
It
used to be
takes
all
skill.
I would drink was the Pacific Cooler, Capri Suns, and then as I got older, I was like, well, they're too sweet. How old am I?
Oh, I love
And I
them.
had to stop drinking them.
So my buddy who works next door to me, he always has them. So I'll go into his room and be like, "Can I have a juice box?" He's like, "Yeah."
Oh my! I keep juice boxes
All right.
in my desk drawer at work.
We have some answers to Juice Blocks' questions. We have 6 people. By the way, thanks for watching, guys. So you can have 5 as a minimum size. So you can go with 5. So you could actually have two squads of 5 with that one box.
Nice.
Not bad. And then the Sybarite, like you said, does come with a splinter rifle, but you could give him a Phantasm grenade launcher if you wanted to.
That's what I would pick.
Kind of scary. And for melee weapons, I was right. I picked one. He could have either she could have either an Agonizer or Power Sword, because you can have female Drukhari in there, which is pretty cool. They were very equal opportunity before GW became equal opportunity themselves. Now, Drukhari is one of the originals in the equality movement for 40k, which is cool. So Agonizer just sounds cooler.
all right, I'm gonna step out.
You're gonna agonize some people.
Bye,
Yes.
Jack.
See ya. So yeah, that should answer your question, Juice Block. So
Hopefully.
Yeah, you can still just give him a splinter rifle, and if you don't want him to do different weapons, you could just like maybe give him some cool clan marking. Maybe give him a different colored helmet, or put like a. How would you want to annotate? How would you want to denote? That's the word I was looking for. How do you want to denote if you were the leader of an awful, hedonistic clan of space elves that exist on the suffering of others? Maybe like a different color helmet.
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe different color shoulder pad.
Just
Or maybe they just don't wear a helmet. Maybe give that one just the
a
face.
head.
No. So Sentinel, are you sure there's no female orcs?
I think
you
there
should-
are. I'm pretty sure that I've seen ones with
You should have said that when Jack was still here, because we had this conversation. They might have to put like the mature rating on this one. So Jack's convinced that it's spore related.
Oh.
Spores, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the most recent codex doesn't confirm or deny it, but
Maybe they're.
what do you think, Sentinel?
Genderless.
You think they're like fungal? That's what Jack sold it
guess
to.
they could
I
be.
believe Jack, because Jack's like literally got like 25
He's
years
the
of
orc king.
He's like literally read like everything orc related since it's just ridiculous. His orc knowledge is like, it's kind of silly how much he knows about orcs. Yep, fungal. I can't go against the fungal theory.
Fungus is really
Yeah.
cool in biology. let me
So
tell
juice
you.
blocks. Here's the thing, man. Like, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you could make the guy. You don't have to do anything to make it look like a Sybarite. You can just say it's a Sybarite. It's a Sybarite, or you can go crazy and give him a cool helmet. It's your hobby, man. Do what you want. You know, thousands upon thousands of spores. Yeah, when orcs like get to a planet, it's almost impossible to ever get rid of the orcs. That's one really cool thing about orcs.
Well, if they reproduce by spores, then I could see that.
Yeah, so juice blocks. If you like the Drukhari, I would recommend reading the second. What the hell is the name of the books? It was the books that came out right before 8th edition. Oh man, Gathering Storm. If you read the second Gathering Storm book, the Fracture of Bieltan, there's a really cool. About the first third of that book is all about. No, it's the It was a book that not the novels. It was a campaign book. It was like a background book. It was a hardcover. There was 3 of them: Gathering Storm 1, 2, and 3. First one was Fall of Cadia. Second one was Fracture Bieltan, and the third one was Rise of the Primarch. But the second one is all about the Eldar, and the first third of that book is all about what happens in Camorra when Yvrain, the Herald of Aeneid, gets resurrected, and what that does in Camorra, and it's wicked cool. And it gives you a really cool insight in what life was like pre and post Awakening of Aeneid. So if you like Drakar Eldar, I would definitely recommend checking that out. Yeah, it's really neat. And you kind of see the inside the mind of Azrael Vect, and you also start to see why the homunculi covens are so not down with Aeneid, and it gives you a lot of reasoning why. It's really cool. If you like Drukhari or Eldar in general, I definitely would recommend reading that book. It's really good. If one orc bought, see what Sentinel's saying? That's literally why you have to literally burn every single thing orc related. Or if orcs are somewhere, their ecosystem takes over a planet.
Okay.
Which is it's really cool. It's really, really cool. All right, so there's a game happening here.
Oh yeah.
What's
going on in
so
this game?
bad news for the Imperials. The far left objective, which is objective number 2. Yeah, 2. No,
No.
that's 5.
That's.
5's one on the left. Yeah, 1.
I think that's.
That's 5. It's 1,
that's
2,
the-
3, 4, 5.
Okay.
There was
I'm
a method to how I scored this, so there's a game going on, right?
No,
Yeah, exactly,
that's-
right. So the one on the left, those Vanguard have ceased to be. They tired themselves out after a long squawk. They're gone. We're gonna try to get the orcs on next Friday if Rob's around. Rob's got a really cool. We were talking about that. Rob's got a wicked cool army. We gotta see if he's around. He was supposed to be able to tonight.
Watch.
Well, we would have had Chris's Eldar, but Les stepped in, which is great. And it's fun seeing Admech versus Eldar. But yeah, we would like to get orcs on next Friday. He's got a beauty, and you'll like his army. If he's on, if he's around, he'll play, and his army is gorgeous. He has an awesome orc Blood Bowl team called the Patriarchs. And his home and away orc team, it's really dedicated. So he has a home team with the home colors, and then an away team, and they were wearing the Patriots jerseys, but they're the Patriarchs, which is really cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's,
I think it's cool.
It is cool.
And Rob's like an incredible painter. He does it he'll paint like an army in a week. He literally comes in like, I painted this army this week, and it's awesome. Yeah. All right. So, but the Vanguard should have that objective on the far right.
Yeah.
Um,
Les doesn't even have any guys over there.
You know what's looking pretty light is the objective in the back of Les's army. It's not a lot near that. But unfortunately, I don't believe... You know we've not seen come up yet is the drill.
Oh.
Yep. So, so guys watching the game, there's a drill in the Adeptus Mechanicus army that effectively can deep strike. It's like a drop pod, comes from underground. Guys get out of it, but then the thing can move later in the game, and it's nasty in close combat. It is. You didn't watch the game when they were on it. It is brutally nasty once it gets into close combat. It effectively drills you to death. It's awful. It's brutal, and that has not come up yet. But it looks like Les is cleverly not given room within 9 inches for it to place near that objective. But I'm willing to bet that it's going to pop up right where the Aquila is in the upper right-hand corner. Probably over there. I bet that's where he puts it. Or somewhere along that side of the table.
Yeah, because nothing's really over there.
No.
It's all open.
Right. Hey.
6 to 7
Ooh.
VPs.
Wow.
I mistakenly abandoned my own objective
Oh,
and
no.
then charged his guys and didn't wipe them off the objective, so
Oh.
he kept it.
Which one?
The one on the...
This one? Or that
Yep,
one?
this one.
You have that one, though, don't you?
No, he's got a
Really?
troops choice in there.
Oh, wow.
Look, I can't.
Objective
wow.
secured.
I didn't shoot them at all because I wanted the charge,
Right.
and I
Didn't
didn't
wipe 'em.
re-roll my own
And they're-
charge to try to get my troops in there. And I was
But their objective secured. I forgot that 2 days ago against Mark. Totally forgot objective
so
secured.
I was like, oh yeah, I got them outnumbered. I wheedled them down, and then I
And
charged in, and I was like,
Oh,
only
shit.
4 attacks.
Oh, no. So was it 7 to 6?
7-6.
You or him?
Me.
Okay, so how many command points left?
I have 6. He has 7.
Got it. Thank you. Wow, what a game. What a game.
I thought he had that one.
Well, it's still a 1 point game,
Well, yeah.
but you can see like 7 to 6. Wow. Crazy. How many command points did let's say he had? Remember? It's 6.
I
Can you ask him? Sorry, do you mind asking him? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Wow. Around 3. 6.
He has 6.
Got it. Okay, so crazy. So battle round 3. That is crazy. Battle round 3. This game's moving right along. All right. Okay, so let's do a little recap for anybody that's watching. So, I don't know if they could hear it on the mic. Probably could, just in case. So Les mistakenly moved off his objective. Just forgot, which happens. So he didn't get that victory point, right? Happens. He charged. He shot up the unit on the objective, the Vanguard, but there were still we couldn't see, but there's still 2 guys there next to that card. So he didn't kill them. He didn't want to shoot them with everything because he wanted to be able to move on to it to capture it. Wise decision, right? Mm-hmm. Charges them, doesn't wipe them out.
Yeah, so that's.
But he still outnumbers them, no problem. But their objective secure. They're a troop choice, so they're a troop choice in a battle forge army. So troop choices are like battle line. So in this game, battle line effectively trump anybody else when they're near an objective.
Okay.
Which is another reason why they're good, right? And I totally forgot this when I played Mark the other day. Which I was after thinking, like, oh my god, because my tactical squads are troop choices, they would have had objective secured. Anyway, so those Vanguard, even though they're outnumbered, because they survived that combat, they captured the objective. So John got that one. John got objective 5. Sorry, objective 3. No, that's 3. 4. That's 5. It's 1, 2. That's gonna drive me nuts.
I feel like it should be like
I
that.
can see what objective that is. That's gonna drive me nuts.
Switch them. I'm getting confused. It's tough when it's so tiny. You can't see anything. Oh, they're pulling the old switcheroo. Still don't know what's on the right-hand side there.
All right, there we go. Okay, it's now all is well in the world.
Okay.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now.
Okay, good. That
Okay.
makes sense. 'Cause we're like, what?
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, so the 2 was captured by the Imperials because of that, because of objective secured. 4 was captured by the Warlock up top.
Yep.
And 3 is securely in the hands of Imperials. Now look who popped up in the upper right-hand corner.
Didn't we say that?
We did say that.
Well, you said that. I
Well,
agree.
we said it. We said it. So that is important. Because that unit that's in front of that will be able to challenge for that objective by the end of this game, and he could capture some D6 objective. He's not going to be able to get there this turn. He could get really close this turn. So if he's able to get a charge off against those guys right there, if he can make a 9-inch charge, get in combat, wipe them out, consolidate 3 inches, he'll definitely be in range of it on battle round 4. I don't know what those guys are. I don't know if those are Wraithguard or not. I don't think they are. No, the Wraithguard guys I was just looking at, those are the Wraithguard. So that unit right there, I'm guessing those are Dire Avengers. So, yeah, so see, John's going to make sure he's 9 inches away. So he's going to try to go for a charge on them. Just for the movement alone, to get close to the objective, because he's eyeballing that objective. That's D6. This is turning into a very good game because of that objective secured. So, now what he might do, what John's probably going to do, I'm guessing, is, oh wow, I forgot about that. They can move. That's totally right. They don't stay 9 inches away, just the vehicle does. They can deploy out of it. So they will very safely have a fairly reasonable charge, and he has 6. He'll have enough for a reroll on the charge. So he should definitely get in on that. He might even, you know what? No, he won't be able to multi-charge that Falcon. All right. So anyway, he'll definitely be able to get their battle round 4. So he should be able to get into combat with them. I don't know. Both these units. Now here's the thing. Now those grav tanks are going to have to start shooting at that unit. It will die quickly. It's not a very durable unit, but that means his other stuff will be able to start contributing now. Mm-hmm. This game just got a lot more interesting because of the termite, and then also because of him being able to objectively secure that.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You still hold into your less prediction? It's a 1-point game.
I still have faith in him.
Still have faith? All right. I mean, they're both really good players.
I was going to say.
He's a wicked smart.
He's a smart player.
He's a very smart player. Both these guys are.
He knows.
He knows his stuff. That's a cool shot. And I don't know if you can tell, but Les took the time to do all LEDs in his tanks.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I think that's great.
Really
cool. Who has time for that? Les.
Dude, every single army Les does is awesome.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Sentinel, any progress on the fish elves, putting them together?
Fish elves.
I think it'd be cool if somebody had different underwater or beach themed music when they set their army up. So you could have Beach Boys. You could have
way down in Coco.
Yeah, you could do that. You could have Under the Sea. You could have all sorts of cool stuff going on. You could have reggae music.
With all those steel drums.
Yeah, or you could just even Sublime.
Oh yeah,
right?
that would be good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All sorts of stuff. Some ska music, whatever. Oh, you know what that is on the road there? Oh, and can you ask him what that was? They just flashed a stratagem, but they did it really quickly. That was too quick. Yeah. So guys, what do you think? Who's gonna win this game? Wrath of Maz. There's no way I can read that. It's okay. Wrath of Maz. I can check our trusty book.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll have to look it up.
Wrath
He's
of
not gonna
Maz.
hold it there the whole time.
No, that's
but
okay.
that was a good idea to show.
You know what we might do?
Oh, why am I saying this? I'm
No,
like,
why
the
is
chair's
that
full
shit?
on my
Yeah.
butt.
You know what we should do? We should set up a camera that they can put the stratagem down in front of.
Oh, so we know what they're
Yeah.
using.
Yeah, so as cool as this pole cam is, what we could do is we don't need the booth camera. We could actually during the game move the booth camera out there, and that could be like
Just be a voiceover.
Yeah, we don't.
Who needs to see our faces?
Yeah. I understand. We have to have a full makeup department, right? With the. Well, let's say the lighting's actually not bad in here.
It's not.
It shines off my head quite well on the camera. the
Blinded.
bald glare, yeah. So was it Wrath of Mars? That sounds like a Mars specific one. Let's see here. Yeah. Is anybody else working on hobby while they're hanging out, watching Eldar and Admech kill each other? All right, here we go. Just curious. I like to hobby when I'm watching stuff on the tube. I'm having a hard time finding this. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got this. Oh my god, look at the size of that army. Beautiful. Oh, here we go. Wrath of Mars. It's here somewhere. Okay. In the stratagem, before a Mars unit from your army attacks in the shooting phase. Each time you make a wound roll of 6 up. Whoa, that is really good. Each time you make a wound roll of 6 up or more, 6 or more, the target suffers a mortal wound. That is nasty. So if you have a unit that has a lot of shots and you're expecting to make a lot of wound rolls, that is, I've never seen that one before. That's that's brutal. So like I'm assuming he's using it on. Oh, let's go back to the thing here. I'm gonna go to the overhead. Where's my overhead shot?
It's gone. There it is.
Oh, so they just totally annihilated that unit with that. The Guardian unit that was in front of the...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. As it ceased to be. So yeah, most importantly, the Eldar unit that is protecting that home objective is indeed the D cannon right there.
D cannon.
So right, well, that's not the D. There's the D cannon right there, right in the road. Don't mess with the D cannon. Bad things will happen. You know what we need to do? We need to get Ray's army on the stream and have him bring the Exocrine against that, and then just call it a game. So all right, which one is the who's got the biggest D? That's gonna come down to what's going on. That's what's gonna happen
and it's
though.
completely PG.
Yeah. Who's got the biggest distort cannon or the whatever it's called. The
D cannon.
Yeah, the D cannon, right? So
Right.
we get it Ray on here next Friday. Hopefully, the Saves around. Get him blasting away with his D cannon. Maybe we'll do that at the end of the campaign. Maybe that'll be the campaign finale. The fate of Vigilus, whatever. Who cares about Vigilus? We want to see what's the yeah. Okay.
We're gonna have an epic D cannon battle.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Let's see if I wonder what everybody's working on. Is anyone hobbying? Tonight? I know. Centel's working on fish elves.
There's 9 people watching us.
There's 9 people watching us. I know, isn't that crazy? Hey everybody.
People. Wow.
Hey everybody. I always do the wrong hand. I'm like trying to wave here.
You're like, hey.
Aha! You can't see my hand. Yeah. So anybody that's just joined us, we have an epic battle between cybernetic. I don't know what you'd call the Admech. They're kind of disturbing. I think it's a really cool army, but the concept is like really kind of scary. Like it's pretty messed up. But anyway, yeah, we just gluing my Drukhari. Very cool juice blocks. Very cool. That's my favorite Eldar faction. I gotta build and paint one army of those before the end of the year. I didn't know Ray has that army.
He does?
He has like every 40k army. Yes.
He has.
He has Dark Eldar. He has like.
If anyone doesn't know, Ray is my husband.
Sarah's husband has like.
And we have
he's the man.
Just a
he's the
room
man.
full of this stuff, which is fine.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. Nobody else in this room has one of those.
But like.
Room's a shame.
How many armies does one person need? He doesn't play them all.
How many do you need, or how many do you need? As many as you want. As many as you want. And in his defense, he paints them very quickly and well. Like
he does.
We played AOS last night. We did a little skirmish game. It was wicked fun. I killed his general in single combat. It was very epic.
Nice.
My exalted hero of chaos.
Good.
And so we did this battle plan where we had 4. It was small. It was a 4-player game, so it was 2v2. It was me and Chris Rhett against Ray and this guy Ryan, new guy, not Ryan, another Ryan, really nice guy. And we put 4 realm gates on the table, and you just had to kill the other guy's generals. That was it. And we did the new skirmish rules, which are in the new White Dwarf. By the way, if you haven't picked up the new White Dwarf, go grab that White Dwarf. It's awesome. It's got an updated rule set for skirmish, and you could jump through any of the realm gates, and then you had to roll to see if you died going through the realm gate. On a 1, the model is removed, no matter what. And then you rolled to randomize which realm gate you popped out of. It was wicked fun.
Oh, okay.
So Ray's guy was right next to his general was a Knight of Shades from the Undead, and he was hiding. He was like hanging out right near the realm gate. So I was like, screw it. So I sent like a bunch of guys through. Like almost all of them died. I just kept rolling 1s. And then my general, I didn't roll a 1, but I rolled the number of the gate that he was near. And I popped out and killed him. It was awesome. It was epic,
all right.
Yeah. And then I subsequently died to like a freaking
Serves
wraith.
him right.
It was pretty cool. Yeah. Juice blocks. Have you decided on a color scheme for your Drukhari? Have you seen those models, the Drukhari, Dark Eldar?
I don't think so.
Oh, they're so cool. I'll show them. Yeah, they're.
I'm gonna Google search
Look up
them.
Kabalite Warriors. They're gorgeous. All right, so let's look at this game. Anyway, while you're doing that, so the leftmost objective, for anybody can see, it's underneath the base of one of those Wraith Guard. It's currently held by the Adeptus Mechanicus player, but they're probably going to get wiped out in combat this turn, and then he will not have it. And I think he's going to have a hard time getting to that that warlock because he's kind of be hard to see unless he gets close.
Right.
I think what John needs is a weapon that ignores line of sight. Going for the standard one because I'm born. Oh, nothing wrong with that. I would recommend juice blocks if you haven't got it yet. I would recommend using if you're gonna do that with like the one you see on the box. I would definitely recommend using the Incubi Darkness spray. It'll save you a lot of time. And it's very good. I used it on some Unitorum containers, and it's awesome. I just did that, Agrax, and I highlight dry brush with some Cabalite green and Sybarite green. If you did that on those Cabalite Wars, they'll come out really good, and it'll be fast too, and they'll look really, really good.
Oh, these are cool.
Are those gorgeous? Yeah. The Dark Eldar models. Check out the I'll put it on the chat actually for you, Juice Blocks. It's called Incubi Darkness.
One of my favorite.
Yeah, Incubi Darkness spray will save you.
They make a spray of Incubi Darkness?
Yeah, it's awesome. You didn't know that?
No.
It's
But
awesome.
they don't make Ricard Flesh?
No, they do not. so yeah, Incubi Darkness is what you know what I'm gonna do?
No.
Oh, I can't because they're using that table. I was gonna bring in one of the train pieces that we used for it. So Incubi Darkness spray
I don't want an army of
plus
this.
Agrax, and then dry brush Cabalite, dry brush. What's the other one? Sybarite,
Cool.
and done. Ooh, hold on.
And
Done, not Dawn. Done.
Dawn.
Dawn.
And
Don Corleone.
and Dawn.
And Dawn.
Just brush it right on there.
Yeah. It'll look great. Trust me, it'll look great. No, it does. The spray is just be careful of the conditions outside. If it's like really humid or really cold, it could mess it up. And if you haven't used it yet, or if it's a new bottle, if you haven't used it in a while, don't spray it. The first spray you do, don't have it be on a model because if it gets gunky,
You do on like a cardboard or something.
yeah, it'll decannon all over that new model. So yeah, don't.
It's gonna
That's, that's gonna be our new. Yeah, that's what happens. Incubi Darkness sold in the UK store. Ah, balls.
Yeah, I don't think we can ship that from here.
Not from here. I would. Trying to think of anybody else. See if any third-party retailers carry it near you. Not just indies, but there might be like a. I don't know if I'm sure you have in the UK. In the US, there's other distributors besides GW that stores can order from, but it's not as effective because they don't give as good a discount for retailers. But you might be able to look there. See if there's any like smaller third-party distributors of GW product in the UK. There might not be any, but just it's worth a shot. But the spray will save you a ton of time. Or it might be, you know, what might be worth doing is calling some shops further from you. It might be worth a drive, honestly. I mean, I don't know how far the other shops are from you. See, it's like Google Shopping. Holy
Oh,
crap!
dang.
Okay, here's a hint. Here's what I would do. Get a list of the stores within like an hour drive. Hold on. I'm gonna check the US store for you right now. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go to the interwebs here.
Let's.
Gamesworkshop.com. Let's see here. No, we don't want the UK store. We want the US store. It's possible they don't have it anymore. In which case, that would suck because it's really useful. Paints by type. There we go. Spray. 15 sprays.
And not one of them is Ricard
Hold
Flesh.
on.
Sorry,
Hold
I will
on.
never.
Hold on. We might have it. Oh, balls. You know what? It's no longer available. That sucks. That and Rhinox Hide, no longer available.
Wow, that's really
That's-
brown. I
that's-
feel like that's like an important color.
That sucks. Sorry,
End
man.
of life.
That sucks. Sorry, dude.
Sad robot.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. I guess, you know what you could do? If you really want, because you could do this too. If you, you can get a pretty decent airbrush for not a lot of money. And they definitely have that as an air. Hey, Kildorn. Hello again. So not Kildorn. It's been a long week, man. It's been a long week.
Has it?
So, juice blocks. What you could do is get a fairly reasonably priced airbrush, prime them. Welcome back. Yes, how's the car? Is it okay? You know Kildorn? So Kildorn was to be the Eldar player tonight.
Oh.
That's Chris. Hi, Chris.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it's Kildorn. So, yeah, very unlucky with the car. I'm glad you made it home okay, though.
Wasn't that the second time, like, this Within the last.
So happened to Derek. Derek blew a tire in Boston a few weeks ago. Yeah, at least man. But it would have sucked doing that during rush hour. That would have blew.
Like the tire.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, I gotta go. To bed.
So yeah, Juice Blocks. Check out. They definitely have it as an air. I'm gonna before I say that, maybe I should probably.
They definitely have
Yeah,
it
they
as an
definitely
air.
have this.
You're gonna look and it's gonna be like,
Wow,
actually,
who the
they
hell
do
is this guy?
not have it as an
Yeah.
air. What is he talking
Who's this
about?
a-hole telling me there's an Ink by Darkness spray?
That it exists and it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Okay. There's probably a faster way to do this.
Can you search for it? Or by color, like green? Or is
Ink
it by Darkness green or is it blue?
It's interesting. It's like
It's
a
like
green
teal.
blue. It's like a greenish blue. It's like a
like
dark,
it.
dark teal. That's a great color. All right, there we go. Incubi.
teal.
It is not available as an air. Gah. You know what?
Curses!
You know what? Yeah. So much for my advice.
Wow, Brian.
Sorry, Juice Blocks.
Way
Have you
to
thought?
be
You know, you could
no
do
help
it.
at all.
You could just spray them a different color.
Just get like.
It's all. No, it's actually just, a big old base brush. It won't. Yeah. So, but anyway, the Incubi Darkness, Agrax, those two colors. Before you do the Agrax, hit a few spots of something else, like maybe some lead belcher in there, maybe black, something else, and then because if you do the majority of the armor that color, it'll paint fast. You do an Agrax over the whole model just to save, or Nuln, I guess. You don't want to look. It probably depends. Drukhari, I'd probably do Nuln actually, because I would want the armor to look more like less dirty and more just like harsh. With Nuln's a little more of a harsh shade than Agrax, kind of like a.
I feel like it would look almost like dusty or rusty.
Yeah, I can make metallics look like that. Edge highlighting, it seems. Yeah, I mean you could edge highlight. It's just gonna take longer, but it'll look great.
Who has time for that? Just dry brush it.
I like edge highlighting.
Me too.
Yeah.
Although sometimes I'd start it and I'm like,
Oh,
forget it.
You're
dry
like,
brush.
you're like, why'd I do it? Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna dry brush my the dreadnought. I was doing the dreadnought and I was gonna dry brush. I'm like, oh, this won't take that. And actually, it did not take long to line highlight it. Even like certain vehicles, it's not too bad. Like Space Marine vehicles don't take that long because they're easy to tell when you're doing it. The Talon did not take long. I made the mistake of line highlighting an orc truck, which was like the worst idea ever. And that took me. Have I shown that one to you? That orc truck I painted. It was
probably,
one of the longest. It was one of the longest painting projects I ever had for a single model. It took forever. It was stupid. I was like, why'd I do that? I should have just dry brushed it. But it looks good. It just was kind of dumb. Dumb of me to do that. All right, so it looks like they. Oh yeah, they did exactly what I was hoping they were gonna do. So those Vanguard, I made the mistake of shading light colors for my Drukhari. Yeah, so I bet, man. We were just talking about going with a white prime to a black prime for certain things, and like sometimes those lighter colors can be very unforgiving. Hey,
Prize giveaway?
ooh, prize giveaway.
Prize giveaway.
Holy awful! What is that link? What is that? That's an error. I tried clicking that link, but it's okay.
Thanks, Google.
All right, so we are in the middle of battle. Ooh, what did I do there?
I don't know.
Hold on, where are I?
You broke everything.
I broke everything. Oh, I blame that link. Hold on a second here. Okay. All right, so we're about to do the prize giveaway here at the Bolter Hole. So we'll be back in about. Send the link. Where's the Google? Oh, I want to see what your Eldar look like. We'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. We'll be right now.
7 minutes?
5 minutes. 5 minutes. So we're gonna do a prize. We do a prize giveaway every night. So we'll be right back. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. Be right back. Okay, so we're back, guys.
Here we are.
All right. So
Told you it would be more like 10 minutes than 5.
it was more like 10 minutes, but it was a well worth 10 minutes.
Yes. Who won the raffle?
Less
I
from
mean,
the
the
raffle.
prize giveaway.
So the prize giveaway, not the town
Not a
bylaws.
raffle.
Not a raffle at all.
Nope.
At all. It's a prize giveaway.
Right.
Less one. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We do that every Friday.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so second half of battle round 3, we're seeing the Eldar reaction to that big arrival in the upper right hand corner. What do you think's going to happen? Do you think Les is going to be able to protect his objective? Because I have a feeling
I don't know.
he might not be able to. You'll notice one of those tanks got destroyed. So the one that's nearest his objective got popped. So, yeah, you're going to see everything, I think, redirect to defend that objective.
Yeah. He's going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really have an option. He can't let him get to that because that's worth D6
Yep.
points. Like,
And here's the thing, Les, I'm a little surprised they didn't kill those remaining Vanguard in the fight phase, in the combat phase. If those Vanguard don't die, Les is in trouble, because if John captures the leftmost objective again, and he should be able to control the rightmost objective, which is number 3. I should be able to say it again, yeah. So if he's able to control 3 and 2, he'll be rolling 2d3, Les will only be rolling 1d3, and Les doesn't seem to have a way of getting on top of John's home objective anytime soon.
no.
So
He's quite far away still.
yes, so he kind of uses his trick with the Guardians to go after this one on the left. Now, what he could do, those Guardians are also troop choices. What he could do is get them in, assault those Vanguard. He will outnumber them. He'll capture it. So, I think he has to do that. I think he has to bring those Guardians down on the left and get... the problem is that I don't know if you can really see it. It's kind of hard to tell. There's a broken down Goliath there. It's part of the terrain.
Oh.
It's just to the left.
Oh, yes.
You see that?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it looks like his Wraith Guard are in the way. It would almost be worth it retreating out the Wraith Guard just to get those Guardians. Yes, and I think that might be exactly what he does here. So, let's see what he does here. He's checking. I think he's checking to see how far away from the objective. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what he does. This is really important here with how he moves this unit. He is going to retreat. Yep. Which is exactly what he should do. Yeah. And now he's going to bring his Guardians up.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get his Guardians close enough to it, and that way you can capture it. Okay. Good idea. And he won't be able to shoot with those Wraith constructs. The thing is, he might not even have to bring those Guardians up, because I think he can just shoot those remaining Vanguard off the table pretty reliably with those Guardians. The Guardians should be able to wipe them out. So this is a big move here. He has to be able to do this. Yep, there you go. See, now he's bringing them down. It's almost like we predicted that. That's cool. All right, I want to take a look. Oh, those are cool. Of course.
Ooh.
Kildor, those are beautiful. Those are really nice
I
Dark
like
Eldar.
the colors.
Yeah, me too. Kildorn, what did you prime those? I'm curious. That looks like Ushabti bone. What color is the
It does look like Ushabti
Does
bone.
that look, yeah, is that a Ushabti bone? I love that color. That's what it looks like to me.
I like it with the whatever purple-y color that is.
Oh man, the Dark Eldar look great. All right. Oh, it is Ushabti bone. Look at that. Hey,
Nice.
cool. What did you prime them? Curious. This is where would be a really good prime to put that over. Rick Flash.
Yeah, seriously.
Those look really good. Let's see.
I'm just gonna keep whining about it until.
All right, so I need your
Workshop
opinion.
answers me.
Xandri Dust. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right,
That's a good one.
acceptable.
It passes the Seraph.
Yeah.
All right, so Snapple. I went with Raspberry. Over was it the Apple one? I think they have the Apple one. I actually like the Raspberry one.
I like their raspberry tea the best, but
Yeah.
not the diet one.
Not the diet
Ew.
one.
Gotta have real sugar in that.
Okay, so he's moving those guys up, the Guardians, to pop them off. And it looks like he can get at least one within 3 inches of it. Oh, what's he doing here? What's going on here? All right. That looks like the Autark with the warp jump generator. Move it around. Yep. So you can see. Okay, so he's making a play for the leftmost objective. Objective 2. Next time we're gonna go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I don't know why
Mental
you
note.
didn't do that.
Mental note.
To begin with, you're like, oh yeah, let's do like 1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4. Like, any combination would have been better than what
I
you
went
did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
It made absolutely no sense.
You could do it like an S.
Yeah.
Like
You know what we gotta do too? We gotta figure out how to telestrate on this thing. I've looked it up, and you need like 2 screens to do it,
Oh.
which is kind of a pain. But it would be kind of cool if we could like draw on the screen. That'd be really, really
Well, yeah,
useful.
because then we could do like they do in football, where they like
Yeah.
draw like the line.
John Madden.
They're like
Yeah, this guy here,
a
yeah.
circle.
John Madden was the man at that.
Yeah.
There's a wicked funny Mad TV bit about John Madden trying to sell a popcorn popper. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's so awesome.
I bet it's hilarious,
I'm gonna. Okay,
though.
so if anybody watching wants to see some pure hilarity, I'm gonna find a link and put it in the chat. And I think it's hilarious. It's an old bit from Mad TV. Hold on. If you know John Madden, we watched a lot of football when he was commentating. John Madden. Popcorn. Yeah, here it is. This is quality right here. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you want to see something funny, check this out. Hopefully this doesn't give me a weird link. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Great. Old skit. Mad TV. Yeah. Anyway, we'll watch that later. It's really funny. Trust me, you'll get a kick out of it. You know what's going to take care of that termite drill, actually?
No, what?
The D cannon.
The D cannon.
It's right there.
Yes.
Not to be trifled with. Although I think he might have blocked the line of sight. Oh no, you know what? D cannon does not lead line of sight.
Really?
Yep, true fact. Does not lead line of sight.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is getting interesting. Kildorn, are you rooting for the Eldar? I'm assuming you're rooting for the Eldar. You have to be rooting for the Eldar tonight, right? I'm assuming. Can't be rooting for the Imperium against his fellow Xenos. Who was going to ask a question? Oh, he's not here anymore. Oh, I was going to ask...
RTS lighting?
No, I was going to ask... No, hold on. I'm trying to remember the name. Sentinel.
Sentinel. I'm like,
I was
Sandal.
gonna ask Sentinel about his elves. Imperium or just cultists in a way. Yeah, true. Also true. Yeah. I'm not gonna deny that one. Alright, let's go to the overhead shot again. There we go. This red thing's driving me nuts. There we go, okay. That little red thing was driving me crazy. So do you think he'll be able to take that objective on the left, number 2? I think he is.
I think so.
Yeah.
He's got a,
I think he is.
he's got a good handful of guys over there.
Yeah, he should be able to kill
What are
it.
there? 2 left of the...
There's only 2 Vanguard over
Vanguard.
there. Yeah. T3, 4 up save, they're dead. They're dead. They should be.
The most dead. The
Yeah,
deadest.
the deadest. And I think he's going to have to... Okay, so I think if Les is able to... He should be able to get that objective. So he should pull ahead this turn.
Mm-hmm.
He should, right? And then if he's able to just somehow do everything he can to make sure those guys just poured out of that termite are not able to get near his objective, he'll be okay.
Well, because he'll keep the one closest to him.
Yeah.
He has this one in the middle with his, what is that?
Warlock.
Warlock.
Yeah.
And if he gets that one, I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. That's 1 point, and that's 2 D3 right there.
Yeah, so he'll have the 2d3 for 2 and god damn. 2 and 4. It doesn't go 2, 3, 4. It goes
Why
2,
is why? Why is
Should I go
4
change it right
the-
now?
Yes.
I'm gonna change it right now. Sorry. We'll be right back. Hold
If
on.
we're confused,
Yeah,
then
hold on.
probably everyone else is confused too.
I don't want to mess with the table, and I'll tell you why. Because you're gonna get a kick out of this.
Oh god.
the one that we think is 2, it's actually a 1. On the far
no!
left, it's 1, 4, 3. Yes, it's
Who did that,
I
Brian?
don't know who that was. I have no idea who that was. Somebody messed with the objectives. I'm gonna blame Dan.
That's a 1?
I'm gonna blame Dan.
Then where's 2?
2's somewhere
Is
else.
that the one that left?
Two's up there. Yeah, let's go to the full screen. We saw. That's 5.
No, it's 5.
That's 5. 2's down in the south here.
Oh jeez.
Oh, you can see on the screen. It's better. It's easier to see here actually.
Oh, 1, 4, 3.
Yeah, 1, 4, 3. There we go. So I don't know who did that. I have no idea who did that.
I can't with you.
So John. Okay, so John.
I'm doing it next
so
week.
John. Okay, so John's gonna lose objective 1 on the left, I think.
For sure.
Les, he can't seem to get to that guy claiming number 4. He's hiding up there. And Les is going to hold his own. So Les should have 1 plus 2d3. John should have 1 plus d3. So they should be either even or Les should be slightly ahead. But next turn, if those guys that just popped out of that termite, I believe those are... Oh, those are Fulbright Electro Priests. Those guys, if they get into combat, can ruin your day. They can do a lot of damage. I went against John. It was right before the campaign started. So it was maybe like 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We played a small game, and those Electro Priests chewed through my entire army. Not my entire army, but most. Yeah, is it cold?
It was in my car.
Oh, that's why. They're gonna do some work if they're able to get in, and if they kill something, their invuln save gets better. Like they get harder to kill.
Oh, okay.
Because they like steal your life force.
Yes.
Basically, they're really cool. Yeah, they're awesome models. The Electro. I'll show you what they look like actually.
Yeah.
These are really cool.
Let's check them out.
They're really, really neat. Where are they? There they are. Those cool. Actually, he is the guys with the staff. So those guys, yeah, the same model, but they're different.
Ooh, I
different
like
build.
those staffs.
Yeah, those are wicked cool. They're really, really cool. So if they get in there, he's in deep, deep, deep crap. So we'll have to see how effective the shooting is against John. Yeah, here he goes. Now you're going to see him start to pour everything he has at that unit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Les doesn't really have to worry about going after John's objective. If he's able to just hold those two, and if he's able to kill off, if he's basically able to kill off some rest. Can you check to see if those are troop choices? I think they might be. They're going to be a little symbol next to them. Here we go. No, they're not. They're elites. Never mind. So they don't have objective secured. Okay. Because if they had objective secured, they could go over there, and if he didn't have any guardians or anything over there, he could grab them, but he does not.
How do you know that?
The symbol.
Oh, what's this one then?
That is fast attack.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
so in 40k,
Okay.
there's HQ,
I feel you.
elite, HQ troop, elite fast attack, heavy support, and Lord of War flyer. Those are like the, and
Triangle.
dedicated transport. Sorry. It's in this. They're annotated by the denoted by the symbol. So those are HQs and skulls.
Oh.
That guy's cool. Belisarius.
All right. Neat.
Makes it easy to tell when you're looking at it. But yeah, check the art. Yeah, this book's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Gorge.
pretty cool.
Very cool.
Kildorn, what are you painting lately? Are you painting more Eldar? His Eldar is gorgeous. Chris's, have you seen it?
I haven't.
Oh, it's awesome. Beautiful army. As is Les's, both these Eldar armies are gorgeous. And the Admech army. There's like, we've been really fortunate that the armies you get on the stream are all like wicked cool looking. And they're all different too. We haven't had any armies that look the same at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're all really unique.
Everyone has their own like color choices.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because we have like some swooping hawks. Oh, that's cool. Have you seen swooping hawks before? They are beautiful. Let me find Eldar swooping hawks. You gotta see what these look like. They're very neat. So the Eldar have these guys called aspect warriors, which are I think we talked a little bit about that when they pick a path. So the path of the war. So like you pick a different path, and there's different aspects of combat. So the swooping hawks, yeah.
Ooh.
Aren't those cool?
Those are so cool.
They have these little like grenade launchers, so when they fly over somebody, they can actually drop grenades.
I'm probably gonna have to buy those.
Those are really cool. It's kind of funny because
I
birds
see a
like
new army in my future.
Eldar. Oh yeah, craft. So there's 4 Eldar factions you could play, but only 3 of them really have their own models. One of them has like 3 models for it, but then they can use models from any of the.
Interchangeably.
Yeah, so like the Yanari can use models from any of the 3 factions, which is really cool. They're like these. They're the newest of all the ones. Who's in there? Somebody's like. Somebody's staring in. Never mind. Somebody's facing the other way.
Just like an elbow.
I thought
Like an
somebody was-
eyeball.
Yeah, that's who's creeping at the door. I was like,
Oh.
hello. I thought she was sneaking in. That was weird.
We do have an extra seat.
We do have an extra seat. 3 Eldar factions and Yanari are not chaos. Come on, Chris. They are not chaos. So the Yanari are really cool. They worship the god of the dead, which is
Ooh.
pretty badass. Oh, the tank's going up there. Oh, it's
whoa.
getting serious. Look at that action shot. So, this will be interesting. It doesn't look like the. It doesn't look like they took a whole lot of damage yet. So I wonder. Let's make a new god after the last one turned out to be. What's the worst that could happen? It's not like the Eldar have a bad record of creating gods that don't do so hot for them. Yeah, so Slanesh, the god Slanesh, Chaos God, the Eldar created that.
Cool.
No, not cool.
I mean, not
not cool at all. This
uncool.
Yeah, so like, you save the Eldar race by having the whole Eldar race die, so then their god of death is strong enough to kill Slanesh. That's their plan.
Aw.
Does that sound like a good plan? I don't think so. Remember that time we made a Chaos God? Yeah, let's do that again.
You win some, you lose some, okay?
No, but like think about that. Like, so
I
we're gonna kill Slanesh by creating by empowering a god of the dead. How do you empower it? By all of us dying. I don't know. Yeah, double doomed. That's a good
You
way of
gotta
putting
do what
it.
you gotta do.
Juice blocks. That's an awesome name. I feel so bad. There's no more Incubi Darkness sprays. Ah.
I can't believe you told this poor person.
I know. I'm so
You're
sorry.
Like, oh, yeah,
Juice
there's
blocks.
spray,
I feel
and
bad.
there's air paint.
I feel bad. They were making fun of me during the
None
prize
of those
giveaway.
things exist.
I'm an idiot test for it's an idiot. Well, you know what? Maybe it'll work. Maybe they can get them powered up without having to kill all of them, or maybe they could just kill off the Drukhari. Because in all honesty, who needs a Drukhari? I love the Drukhari, but for the good of the galaxy, are they really? It's not like. I mean, I love them. I love them, and no juice box is paying them. But I mean, for the good of the galaxy, I don't know. Maybe you kind of need the Drukhari. No, you maybe kind of need them. They kind of cull the herds. They go around and collect what they need. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to see where that goes with that story arc because they haven't really touched upon the Inari. Well, no, that's not true. They've done books, but they haven't really done them in any big campaign books since the Gathering Storm, and they haven't really revisited them. There's been books and audio dramas, but I haven't read those yet. Chaos got to take out edgy space owls. So Slanesh and AOS is in an interesting spot.
Is it?
Yeah. Hey.
10 VP, me, 9 to him.
Ooh.
And I think I have 3 command points.
Wow. 10 to 9. So it's just about what we thought.
He
Yeah.
has 4 CP, I have 3 CP.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so he has 4 and Les
Convenient
is
for
3.
Les to come in here and tell us what's going on.
It's awesome. Les is like on
Thanks,
the.
Les.
This is the man. All right, so we have an update. Drukhari have a great time. I don't know if they're great to party with, but they enjoy themselves thoroughly.
He said he has 3, I think, right?
3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have an update. It is 10 to 9. Oh, it's battle round 3. Hold on here. I'm gonna do this right. Battle round 4. My favorite battle round.
Why is that?
Because I feel like it's usually when games are like the most exciting. Usually.
I
When
feel
you
like
want
by
to
this
get
point, you're like desperation comes through. And you're like, okay, it's now or never.
Well, I mean, the best game is Battle Round 5 is the best, but usually a lot of times Battle Round 5, usually the game is, not usually, but sometimes the game's already decided. Usually, by Battle Round 4, if it's a great game, it's usually always awesome. Kind of, yeah, dude, the grav tanks, so one of them's dead. The one in the back's dead. The other 2 are still alive. Those minuses to hit, I know Les was using lightning fast reflexes consistently every battle round to keep them alive. One of them. Yes, that is an onager in the back. And there's 3, that's an onager, 3 Castellan robots, and there's a Tech Dominus back there repairing it. Les has been blasting away at it, but it kept getting repaired. I don't know. It looks like this turn he focused most of his fire on those priests, and there looks to be. I'm gonna go take a quick look at the table. It looks like there's about 4 left. He's probably fine now. I think Les has this game because I don't think that's gonna be enough to get to his home objective, and he should be able to consistently score objectives. I don't know why there's a 1 there. Objective 1 and objective 4 in his own, and he should be able to have the 1d3 advantage on John, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, but we spoke too soon.
Ooh.
My favorite model on the table right now, the termite drill. Oh, we're gonna have the matchup we need. Oh, we're gonna have. You know what that termite drill's heading towards? Let's get an action shot.
Let's.
Oh, that's not the action
That
shot.
is us.
It's heading towards. It is a murder. I think that drill's murder on anything it touches. That drill is heading towards the D cannon.
The D cannon.
we could have a drill. We could have a drill on D cannon battle. All right, here we go. So this is getting interesting. Oh, is John gonna do it? I think he might. He might start bringing up. Yeah, he's got 2 turns. Can he do it? Okay. So I'm wondering if he's gonna do this. Oh, I'm good. Thank you, though. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's offered some
Eat
cookies.
them.
The cookies are delicious.
Thanks. I agree.
All right, so okay, he is gonna keep them there. I thought he might think about taking those guys off the D3. Les doesn't put his D cannon on the right. The late point doesn't. That's true. It'd be kind of funny seeing it'd be kind of funny seeing a platform attempt to punch back. The guy's like swinging the cannon at it. Away you! Away you drill.
You drill.
Yeah, I want to make a guy. If I get the drill, I got to make a guy that has a handheld drill, like from Total Recall. That'd be friggin' cool. You've seen Total Recall, right? The original?
I don't know, probably.
Oh, it's so good. Yes.
There's so many movies I haven't seen.
Total Recall is the reason. So that drill. There's a scene in Total Recall. I won't ruin it because you haven't seen it. But there's an awesome scene at the end of Total Recall involving that drill with a great one-liner, a great Arnold one-liner, and it might be "screw you." That's what he says. Screw you, Ben. It's like I'm gonna ruin it.
I feel like
I'm gonna ruin it. Sorry, if you haven't
I
seen.
feel like I've seen it.
Movie came out like '91, so
I was just a babe.
you were like barely born.
I was one.
There's a great scene. This guy's trying to kill him, and he takes his. The bad guy's driving one of those things, and he has this like handheld drill. And he's like, "Screw you, Benny," and he like screws it into the thing and murders him in the face. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, good movie, classic. Directed by Paul Verhoeven, who also directed Starship Troopers, which is awesome.
I feel like we talk about Starship Troopers like
Kildorn. Now I feel old.
100% of the time.
Kildorn, welcome to my life. I feel old every day.
I'm just a baby, so
Yeah, she's.
I don't feel like a baby a lot of the times. I feel old, but
You're
then
the
I come
baby,
here and I'm like, wow, everyone's older
wild.
than me by 10 years. This is great.
Yeah, Kildorn, get used to it, man. I make references at work, and none of the people know what I'm talking about.
I'm not that bad.
I did an Arnold reference in work today, and the kids were like, "Who is that McDonald? Who is Arnold?" I'm like, "Oh no, is it that bad or not?" It was either really bad imitation, or they didn't know who the hell he was.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's sad. I think everybody should know who Arnold is.
Agreed.
It's part of public education. You need to know who Arnold is.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so that drill. It's coming, and there's a Tech Priest Dominus. He's a he is a politician, dude. He's Conan. He's one Mr. Listen to this guy. What he's done in his life. Came to America with $20 in his pocket, right? $20 in his pocket. From there, he became a world-class bodybuilder.
Yes.
Won Mr. Olympia, I think 3 times, maybe more. 3
More than
times.
once.
He was Conan. He was the Terminator. He's in a slew of. He killed the Predator. That alone, that's like you've beaten life. You've done everything you need to do. Became a governor of one of the most populous states, one of the most important states of the Union. Pretty badass. Yeah.
And he's fighting for all the right stuff.
Have you seen this kid that looks just like him?
No.
It's pretty funny. The one he had he looks just like him. It's like a younger version.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Is he also a bodybuilder?
There was a cool thing because they were like so I follow a lot of like fitness stuff, and like they were lifting together, which is kind of cool. He's like showing his kid how to lift, which I thought was pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick walk on the table and just see what's going on there. And I'll be
Word.
right back. I shall return.
Hokey dokey.
Right now it's because very insistent on having a play too.
Okay, so
So,
very clever move on Les's part. Very clever move. All right, so very clever. So he charged those electro priests with his tank. Now, why would you do that, right? It's a tank. What's a tank doing charging? It's going to keep him from being able to charge the next turn. Excuse me. So, while they could retreat and move an additional d6 if they advance, they will not be able to move up and charge something. So it actually reduces the movement that they have, and it also denies space. So they have to go around this tank.
yes.
So the very best, they'll be able to retreat out and move somewhere. They won't be able to charge something. So he's effectively denying John the chance of moving closer to that objective because he's basically surrounded with waves of stuff. Really, really smart move. Really, really good move. And the tank, the drill, is going to have a hard time. The drill in this turn could come up and could assault something. I just don't know if it's gonna be able to clear off the stuff in between it and the objective, and I don't think the priests are gonna be able to get. And good because cheating. Another great move. So Chris makes another great point too. So because the tank has the fly keyword, it can fall back or retreat, fall back.
I thought it was fall back.
Fall back. Hold on. I came prepared.
Oh my god.
I definitely came prepared. Yeah, I think it's fall back. Because I always find myself using the AOS terminology instead of the 40k terminology. Let's see here. Falling back. So
They
you're.
couldn't just make it the same. No.
No. I mean, I don't mind that it's different. Fall back. See, Chris knew it.
Yeah.
He was on the ball. It can fall back and shoot because it's a fly keyword.
Okay.
Another cool thing.
Because cheating.
Because cheating. Oh, but here's the thing about the fly keyword. It's a give and a take. As I played Mark Wrestler's Thousand Suns. We'll talk a little bit about the other battles going on too. We haven't done
Oh
that
yeah,
yet.
we haven't done that tonight.
So yeah. There's a few less players than normal because tomorrow there's a big tournament,
Right.
and I know some of the players that were planning on playing tonight. It's some of us. So one thing I like about our community, it's a lot of people. I sound like a grumpy old man. I love playing with like young. It's cool playing with young players too, but I do like sometimes playing with the older guys because like I don't know, it's fun. I sound like a snob, but. I do. I sound like a snob. I don't mean I just like playing with older guys, but it's kind of fun being able to reminisce about older stuff, people that remember it, which is kind of cool. But it is also very nice to play with new players too. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make, I'm failing off terribly at, is that a lot of our guys they get like one night to play or one day to play because families and
Right.
responsibilities, all that.
Because you guys are old, so.
Thank you. Wow, wow, that was nice. so just kidding. No, you're not kidding. So anyway, so a lot of guys are coming tomorrow. But we're gonna stream one game, and then I gotta see if Alessia's feeling better because she said she's not feeling well. I might go try to take care of her tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see if Brian mans up and.
Drag her to my birthday party.
I don't think if she's feeling sick, she'd be like, get in the car, we're gonna drive from Plymouth. You'll feel fine. I'll try. I'll see what she's doing. But yeah, I'll let you know. But anyway, we're gonna definitely stream the first game. And after that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. It's Sarah's birthday tomorrow, so we have to celebrate
Well, it's not my
grand
birthday
fashion.
tomorrow. It's Sunday.
It's Sunday. We're celebrating
But
tomorrow.
my birthday party's tomorrow.
Your birthday, the party of parties.
Yes.
Is Ted making his barbecue stuff?
I don't know.
Ted's a chef supreme. His I like his what was it? The shrimp boil.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
With the potatoes and
Yes.
the
Yes.
whatever else is in it.
Had an argument with somebody. Actually, it was Leslie. She doesn't like shrimp boils. I'm like, what's wrong with you? She does not like shrimp boils. Thoughts?
But
Chris, what do you think? Shrimp boil, delicious or not?
I don't
curious.
even eat shrimp, and I like the shrimp
It's
boil.
or juice blocks. I'm curious. Is shrimp oil a thing in the UK? It must be. It must be a thing in the UK. My watch thinks it's a thing in the UK. All right,
My
so
watch is telling me it's that.
Yeah, the
Time
watch
for
is-
time for bed.
oh, it's not that late.
Ugh.
Don't leave me hanging.
I know.
We're almost. Look, it's coming on the nitty gritty here. So there's really okay. So sorry, have you seen the ocean animals? I'm not going to those. Yeah, dude. If you ever look at like deep sea stuff,
Yeah, it's rad.
it's pretty cool.
It's so cool.
Scary but cool.
Love it.
One of the guys that works for the Warhammer community team, his name is Eddie Eccles. He's like an incredible hobbyist. He has a really, really cool Tyranid army, and he got inspiration for the color scheme by looking at a particular underwater creature. I forget the name of it. It's like I forget what it's called, but it's some sort of really weird, bizarre looking underwater creature, and like it was a really crazy color scheme on the actual thing, and that's how he painted his Tyranids. It's awesome. Someone pulled an octopus out of the ocean.
And then to go back.
Yeah.
We were like, what else could there possibly be?
Yeah.
Dive right in.
Yeah, there's some weird ass stuff living under the water.
Yeah, there is. And
Yeah.
probably most of it we don't even know about yet.
No, that's another
It's
thing.
too deep.
It's the
or,
actual.
It's so vast.
If there were actual Admech Deepkin, we wouldn't even know, which is pretty cool. All right, so this is This left objective, that's going to be all Eldar.
Yeah, the left one, which is
Number 1. Don't ask why. It's 1. There's a numerical pattern here somewhere, I'm sure. 1, 4, 3. 1 and 3 add up to 4. That's what I did. That was on purpose.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was not. And then you get a cool triangle thing here. 1 and 4 adds up to 5. 3 and 4 do not add up to 5, but...
It's not a Fibonacci sequence.
No. Ooh, good Fibonacci sequence reference.
It's not a...
The elves on 4 were wiped. Oh! Hold on. What happened to that warlock? Hold on a second here.
What? How can he see it? Oh, because his screen is bigger.
The screen's bigger.
We're
Hold
looking
on.
at the tiniest little screen
Hold on.
here.
Oh, yeah, if I were casting, but they're not casting.
Wait, which one's 4? Oh, the middle one. Oh, the
All right, we
middle
got big
one.
developments here.
Yes,
Kudos to Chris, by the way.
I see that the warlock is not at the
Yeah,
top
so
of...
Warlock is not appearing in this film. So
Right.
Chris gets a 5 stars for Chris on this
I
one.
didn't even see
It
him
was
take
not
it
peril.
away.
Okay, so it was not perils. So here's what happened. So the warlock was blasted off the table by
Dang.
this fire base down here. They could see it.
Oh,
yeah, because
okay.
so that bash. I'm gonna go to the side shot real quick.
Yes, do the thing.
That's not the side
still
shot.
us.
Not the
Ugh.
side shot. That's the side shot. So they could see it, even though it was trying to hide it. They could still see it. It's hard to miss. So anyway, they blasted it. The Onager and other stuff blasted that warlock into oblivion. His soul was probably just devoured by Slash. Anyway,
Cool.
it was
Sorry, not cool.
not cool at all. The Spirit Stone probably got that awful. Oh, anyway, awful fate. And then the Autarch that was capturing Objective 5 for less was killed by Skitarii snipers. So, again, this game has got interesting. So Les now does not control his own. He does not control 4. He only controls Objective number 1, which is inexplicably the one in the middle of the field over on the left. It should be another one. One should be up there. Anyway, he has that one on the left. John has one on the right, and John has one on the bottom. So now what I thought was going to be a turn in which Les was probably going to take a decisive step ahead, he's now probably going to see himself fall behind. Well, he's definitely going to fall behind unless John rolls really poorly on the D3 and he rolls really well. So this game is going to come down to Battle Run 5, which is awesome. Good game. I'm glad Chris spotted that because I did not see it.
I didn't either.
More importantly, the D cannon is still alive.
Yes.
We need to figure out... Chris, I wonder if you know how to do this. I wonder how hard it is to make emojis for the Twitch chat. It can't be that hard. It's probably like a paint app or something. It can't be that hard to do. I think we're about to get a VP update. Not yet. Nope, it's still going. But it'd be cool to make like a
D cannon emoji?
Yeah, D cannon emoji. Why not? If something really cool happens, we'd be like D cannon emoji. They should just be small. Yeah, I bet it's like a. There must be a way to, because when you have a channel, you can create emojis for people to use. Yeah, so like, it's really cool. Twitch image based on your sub. Okay, so because I know it's really neat. So like Warhammer Live, there's all sorts of really funny ones. They have ones for the game. So there's like a Duncan emoji. There's like Warlord down. It's neat. It's fun. It'd be kind of fun if we could make our own. Do you mind seeing what that card is? I'm sorry, I'm being a pain.
Which one?
The one that's next to the drill. It's probably a psychic ability. I'm just curious.
Oh, my knees are too old for this.
You
Where
got.
are the tables? Oh, near the drill.
Yeah, I'm just curious what that card is. Let's see. Let's see what's happening here.
It says protect/jinx.
Oh, he jinxed that drill. So it's really cool. There's Eldar spells that you can do at one. They either can be a debuff or a buff, depending on which one you decide to cast. So I'm willing to guess he jinxed that drill. I'll have to look and see, because I'm sure we don't have enough followers yet to do them. Or maybe we do. Who knows? I don't know if you need. Maybe it's like.
How many do we have?
We've had new followers every week, which is cool. We only had like 30 something, but still, we just started.
That's alright.
Yeah, we have 40. We have more. We have more than before. Yeah, it's cool. And you know what's fun? We gotta figure out how to do is there's a way to make it so when somebody subscribes, it comes up on the window. So it's like it's kind of cool. So when I was doing the painting, when I tried, I actually did it for a little while. It's fun. You can add animation and sounds and people subscribe, which is kind of fun. But the problem is when we're doing this, we're watching it on OBS, so we wouldn't see it. We're looking at the chat, but
Right.
we're not
watching on the
yeah.
actual, Twitch
Yeah,
stream.
yeah, but there's a way to do that too. It's just this is easier for us to see what's happening live. Okay, so that tank is gone. I want to see if that was melee. I'm guessing it was.
But the first spell I cast was last time.
You only have one move left. So.
Screw you, buddy. Is that awesome, Steve Bennett? I thought you had 6 kids defeated.
That's all I can think of is the Benny with the freaking drill damage. Yeah, so that drill just like annihilated that tank. That tank the Falcon only had one wound left. So this is getting spicy.
A little bit spicy.
Because I think he actually can threaten that objective. I don't know if. I mean, I think he'll be. I think Les will be able to kill off the rest of those Electro Priests, and he just has to the drill's only going to be one model, but Les has to get on that objective. He has to get on that objective. Man, oh man, yeah, this is going to be interesting to see what happens here. I think. What do you think? You're in Team Les's corner all night. You think he still has it? He's up by 1. He's in a tough spot. Oh, he's going for it. Okay, so.
I don't know. Maybe he'll power through.
So he can. I don't think he's going to have enough movement to get on that last objective.
I don't think so.
No, so Eric. So. Okay, so Chris is in agreement with me. I think Les is in a tough spot here. So if he's able to.
So you each return 3 times each.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to challenge that last objective down there. So he has to rely on the D3s.
Do you think he should have stayed?
What, with those guys on the left? No.
No.
It's just.
I don't know.
I think you know what I think the deal is. I think if I was to go back, if I'm going to be critical, I think I would look back at when the Guardians were brought in with this stratagem and bringing them down near the objective on the left. I don't think I would have done that. I think I actually would have gone after the other D3 objective. I would have given him take 4 with the Serpent. Yes. Yes, that's a great idea, actually, Chris. Move the Serpent on top of 4. That's a really good idea. That's another good idea. Put Serpent with 4. I think what you do is I think maybe looking back, maybe taking those Guardians and challenging this objective here. Yep, play for points, exactly. He's moving his.
I was looking for that insult to injury because I discarded it way back.
I want to see what that is. I want to see what this one was.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was tripwire. Spirit Seer. So there's a Spirit Seer. I think it's a Spirit Seer first here. Spirit Seer. So here's the tricky thing. The objective is close enough towards the center of that thing where to be within 3, he has to be slightly visible. So it's just close enough where he has to get shot at. So the Spirit Seer's taken 4. Did he move everybody off of the one on the left? Hold on. Sorry, I'm being really weird.
I think that he did.
Nope. There's
still-
Guardians on it. There's Guardians on it. It's just it's hard to see them. The Guardians are at the base of that bastion, and there
that
are.
angle maybe.
Yeah, so the left part
see
of
it from there.
Yeah, it's hard to see where we're looking
So
at.
he moved some of them, forward.
Well, those are
or up.
those are the Wraith Guard. No,
Yeah.
those are the Wraith Guard on the bottom.
Yep.
So the Spirits, I think the 3-up invuln save is going to drive John nuts to shoot at that, but he's going to have to. The problem is Okay, so Les is going to get 2d3 here because he's going to get 4. He'll have 1, and the problem is though he has to move something within 3 of the. He has to move something within 3 of 5.
If anything, that did a great job of making me knock
I want to say, I'm assuming he moved that Falcon Graph Tank in the upper right-hand corner within 3 of it. Looks like he did. Okay, so he should have 1 plus 2d3. But I think, and he's probably going to go, so he'll have 1 plus 2d3. John will have 1 plus 1d3. If he rolls really well and John rolls really poorly, he could see himself get a big jump here. But I think John has a really good chance of taking objective 5. Oh, we're number 5? I'll double check, see what's under there.
Maybe Chris should be in here. Because
Agreed. He does have infantry over there. He's got some guardians. Good call, Chris. Chris is seeing better than I can. So,
he does have a giant computer screen.
let me go to the pole shot, and I went actually to the pole shot. You can you can see their bases there. See, you can.
Oh yeah.
You can see the bases there.
How
So
do you know that you can't even see them?
he saw him move. See, he's paying attention.
Oh.
I'm trying to pay attention. There's a lot of stuff going on in the game.
Wow.
All right, so this is a cool shot though because you can kind of see a little more. All right, so okay, so he'll have 2d3 and he'll have 1. So he will pull ahead. He already is ahead, but he'll continue to pull ahead unless at the very least it would be, let's see, 1 plus 3. John's rolling 3. I guess John could pull ahead if he was really, really lucky, but no, it'd be worse to be tied. So he does have some more command points. He's burned through them, but he's using them wisely. I think John can still get the objective 5.
Which is the one on the
Very top.
Okay.
If he can get that, it's D6 command points. He could win the game. And he's going to safely have objective 3.
Right.
And he might be able to shoot off the Spirit Seer
For objective 4.
for objective 4 in battle round 5. I don't think he's going to be able to shoot the guys on objective 1. Excuse me. So he may not have to get objective 5 if Les remembers it. I think he'll remember it. I think he will. I know he was kicking himself for moving off objective 5 the other earlier turn, so I think he's very well aware of it now. Yeah, this should be very interesting. Gives Guardians a 4+ invulnerable turn. Oh wow. Well, this Guardian Shield. Oh, I don't know. I want to see where the drill
Is
goes.
Smite a 5 or a 6?
Smite is a 5.
Right.
Yeah. Let me double check that.
You're just giving him the wrong information.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 5. I'm like 99.9% sure it's a 5. Yep, it's 5. Got it. Boom. I always get nervous. I don't remember it. 5. Look at that. And if he rolls an 11 or higher, it becomes super smite. But there's a danger here. But it gets more. So smite, if you cast it more than once, it gets more difficult. Because before, people were building armies where you could basically they were getting really, really, really inexpensive psychers and bubble wrapping them in really inexpensive horde units, and just sending out waves of smite. So you'd get waves of mortal wounds,
That's cheap.
which was really brutal. So what they did was they did a few things, but one of the things they did, they made those inexpensive casters much more expensive, and they also made it a penalty where if you cast smite multiple times, it gets harder and harder to cast, except for Thousand Suns, except for Grey Knights, because they have their whole army psychers, and they have weakened versions of smite, so it makes sense. But yeah, but there was a few builds. There was a chaos build where you could take these renegade psychers and just wrap them in cultists, and they would just send out wave after wave of mortal. It was nasty. It was wicked nasty, and there just was not a lot you could do. Which is one of the way that they constantly are balancing the game and watching it. It's a living game. It's just really cool. I like how they're doing it, and their external playtester base is huge now. They get a lot of people doing it. And stuff like this is cool. When they stream large tournaments, they can watch really competitive players play, and they can see what works, what doesn't work. If something changes the game in a way in which they don't want it being played, it works really well for them. Whereas before, 10 years ago, they could never do that.
Right.
Things like the beta bolter rule, it's really cool. They can just put out a rules. Hey, does this work? Do you like it? And if people don't, but it's pretty neat. All right, let's see. Go to the side shot. There we go. Oh my God, where's the D cannon? I don't see it anymore. Hold on.
Where's the D cannon?
I think it's the side of that building. Yeah, there it is. Okay. All is well.
Phew.
all is well. We almost had a...
We can't lose that D
No,
cannon.
no, we cannot.
It's very important.
That sounds like disaster waiting to happen. Yeah. Okay. So, you know what I like these guys using? They're using dice boxes. They're not rolling dice like willy-nilly, like hanging on his little Star Cannon sibling. The Star Cannon was one of my favorite weapons in... What edition was it? I was playing Eldar and...
The D cannon just killed the drill.
Oh!
The VIP.
Oh, man.
What?
You heard it here first.
D cannon.
D cannon just killed the drill.
Yes.
Yes. Who called that? We called that. There's no way that should have happened. That's so awesome. The D cannon killed the drill. Insert joke here. Yeah. The D cannon. It's awesome. Can't make that up. That's so cool. All right. I was all worried about the D cannon getting killed, and boom, took care of that drill. No problem. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Buy her as a present. So Wraithseers are really cool, aren't? It's a Wraith Lord, but it's a Psyker, right? It's a Psyker Wraith Lord, right? I think that's what that is. Did you just hear that? I don't know if the audio just picked that up, but that was awesome. Somebody just freaked out about a cultist getting killed. I think that was Mike. All I heard was,
Just,
"Oh my
like,
god!"
yelling it.
Yeah, I don't know who that was, but I heard somebody yelling, "Oh my god, he might just kill it." Oh, okay. Did you hear what that has? It is a Psyker Wraith Lord with a D cannon on its shoulder. I don't know how I feel about having a D cannon on its shoulder.
I'll take that.
I feel like things could go horribly wrong. Yeah, yeah. I feel like things go horribly wrong. Be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah. Wow. Just going around D cannon people everywhere. That's awful. What's going on there? Oh, those guys are going. Oh, interesting. They're going after those snipers. Yeah. There we go. All right. What's this? We got a little link here from.
D cannon.
Is it a D cannon? What is this thing? Oh, look at that. There's the Wraith. There's the Wraithseer. Beautiful. I saw that That's right. I saw this in battle the other day. When you were battling.
I was like, that looks like one of our tables.
In Lock and Bud. That's Lock.
That's
That's Lock and Bud. Yeah. That's a beautiful. Look how gorgeous that army is. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
There's the D cannon. Not to be trifled with.
Nice.
As the drill just found out. Very cool. It's not very good. Dude, how can it not be good? It's a Psyker Wraith Lord with a friggin' D cannon on its shoulder. Come on. Really?
It's just good on principle.
How many points is it? Just curious. Okay. Dan and I were looking at the points of certain things for Space Marines today. And there's one unit that's like criminally undercosted. The Contemptor Dreadnought with two twin las cannons. It's like 168 points, which is like
Nothing.
absurd for what it is. It's absurdly low. Hits on fours. Oh, hits on fours. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. It's not a 3 up to hit. That's weird. That's weird. I'm surprised by that.
15 me, 13 him.
Ooh.
I have 1 command point left.
How many you got?
What's your command point? 2 command points left.
So 1 command point, 3 command points, 15, 3.
1 command
15
point, 2 command points.
15, 13.
15, 13.
Got it. Thank you. Getting down to nitty gritty. This is gonna be it. So, how many do you have?
One.
One?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. So basically, I'm gonna go with yes.
I think
So-
he is 2 and
Yes.
13.
Oh, big turn here. This is it. 1, right? 2.
2.
And battle round 4. 5.
5.
sorry.
Nice try.
5 is the number that should be counted. 3. 5 is right out. Okay, so we have a 2-point game going into the 5th battle round, and they're almost out of command. I'm actually surprised they still have command points left. This is kind of clever, though. You want to make sure you have one. You have that key roll at the end of a game. You got to charge. You got to move on to an objective, an advance roll. You need to make that key save. Holding that command point at the end is really smart. It happened in our game with Mark, where Mark had a key roll he had to make for a charge, and he didn't have a command point. It was a low roll, too, so the likelihood of making it a reroll. Okay, this is it right here. So he's going to try to move these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So that vehicle is going to be... I want to make sure that vehicle is dead, because I think it is.
I'm sorry.
big news. That vehicle that I thought was that actually is dead. They're just using his wreckage. It got killed earlier in the game. I thought that vehicle was still alive. So.
Which one is that? The one at
The
top?
Falcon, yeah, the Falcon.
Okay.
It actually died pretty early.
Yeah, I remember
So-
that's been dead for a while.
Yeah, I just got confused because I like to put smoke and stuff on it. Those Electro Priests are going to charge the Guardians underneath that objective. They'll probably like wreck that unit, and then they're going to get shot in Les's turn. And if they survive that shooting, he will. I guarantee you, John wins the game. I think it's going to come down to that. 24-inch range. Oh, because I got it. It's a -1 hit. Okay, I got you. Yeah. What do you think? This is your. You've been on Team Eldar all night.
I still am.
You still are. You're sticking with it.
I'm not a fair weather friend.
You're
or a fair weather fan, whatever it is.
Both.
If they, I'm still rooting for him.
All right, Team Eldar.
And if he doesn't win, hey, still a good game.
I love Eldar. I love Les. I got to stick with my man.
Also, I like purple, so.
Yeah, I'm wearing red. I got to root for Admech. Strength, dude. It's a D cannon. I think. How can you not like something called?
D-cannon.
Yeah, it's hard not to like something called a D cannon. There's so many memes that you can make about that. You can make a T-shirt out of that. Probably not school appropriate, but you know.
I want a D-Cannon t-shirt.
Yeah.
We need to come up with that. I'll wear it every time.
You could
I come
you
here.
could get the outline of the model.
Yes.
Like, who's got the D? It has like Eldar, and then like you can
I'm
have.
making that. I'm gonna make one for us to
That's what
wear.
you take. Yes.
Who's got
Yes.
the D?
Who's got the D?
Hold on, I'm putting it in my phone as
Or
notes.
if we get Les's, this
be
is a children's. It's a distortion cannon. Clearly, D stands for distortion.
Right.
That's what it is. It's a distortion cannon. The Eldar are not without their practical jokes. Okay. Ooh, look what's going on here. Interesting. Going for the gusto. Are those two different squads? Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I saved that in my phone. Making t-shirts. Because it has to be done.
They're almost done. Almost done. Okay, so there were two squads of Skitarii. Two smaller squads. One staying behind to claim the objective. The other is moving up to lend some firepower against the group that's probably going to shoot at. Walk around. Yes, Reverend Chris. My first 40k kit, and I'm already making conversions. Well played, Juice Blocks. Dan, come join us.
Welcome.
Join
I've
us.
come to join you.
You are here. Squeeze up. We got an epic battle here. Look who's joining us in the
The
booth,
most
guys.
epic part of the battle are the lights on Les's
Oh, cool, right?
wave serpents.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Get you in the shot here.
Yeah.
There, you look close.
That's pretty sweet how we did that.
Isn't that neat? So we have Reverend Chris has joined us, walking around with a D-can on your shoulders. Dude, I don't know. Chris, if I could have a D-can on my shoulder, I think we feel pretty good about myself.
Kind of make it a big target though, wouldn't it?
Oh, if a D-can, I feel like badass.
Like, should I take out the guy with the D cannon or that dude over there with a shuriken pistol?
So Juice Blocks is putting together his first 40k kit of
Of a what?
Drukari Kabalite Warriors.
Oh, sweet.
And then Kildorn, who's Chris, is Vec. So Les mentioned he painted something new, like 5 new gravels. Oh my god. Dude, Chris, let me tell you something. Les bangs out armies like it's going out of business, and they all look wicked good.
Yeah, we
And
were
they-
just talking about that earlier.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Does he compete with one Rob Burke though?
We were talking about him earlier too. and
Okay,
how
so
we
Rob Burke
just-
Rob Burke to me is like he's in another class. He's like the I was gonna say Lance Armstrong, but Lance Armstrong.
I should check and see if I'm close to retirement.
Dude, he's like so ridiculously fat, and they're all good. You know, I painted a Harlequin army this week.
Well,
Harlequins.
not a unit, an army.
Whole army. He's like, I got Iron Jaws. I have 2 resin tanks. I'll tell you, Chris, I've been working on the same tactical squad for like a week and a half, 2 weeks now. Yeah, it's okay to go slow. All right, so we'll tell you about the game, Dan. It's actually really good, and I want to hear about your game. We're in Battle Round 5. The objective on the bottom of the screen, which is number 1.
No. One
That's
is
one.
here.
That's two.
1, 4, 3,
Yeah.
5, 2.
Somebody made a mess of these numbers. I don't know who put the numbers on.
Is it just like, is it 1 a turn, D3?
So this is 1.
Yeah.
These are each D3.
Oh, and that's D6.
That's D6.
And
So
then, like, opposite.
so all sorts of crazy stuff happens. So we have 1 here. John has consistently gotten that every turn.
Mm-hmm.
Les didn't get that one turn because he forgot. He moved a unit.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, it happens. So like, it's been back and forth, back and forth. It's 15-13 Eldar right now. This is the last battle round. Yeah, it's good. This one, this one exchanged hands a few times. It's now under Eldar control. There's some Guardians you can't quite see. To the left of this bastion, you can't see them from the shot, but they're there. He's gonna have that one. He's got a Spirit Seer that's up there. He's gonna have this one unless they survive, unless they get blasted off the table, which they might. And John has this unit here on Skitari. He could shoot off this. Spirit Seer. He was able to kill a Warlock that was holding it last turn. Spirit Seer is a 3-up invuln save, though, doesn't it?
4.
4, but I think
It's
Rune of Warding or something.
runic armor or whatever it is.
So he's going to try to shoot that guy off the table, I'm guessing. But here's the big one. So he had the drill come up, and the drill popped out. Drill's like my favorite unit now, next to D-cannons. So it came up 4 up. There you go, 4 up. So the drill came up, gorged out a bunch of dudes. They tore through. It was a Electro Priest. Tore through what was over here. They killed a tank, killed some guys. They've moved up. There's some small squad of Guardians here, and that's it. And a D-cannon. And a Wave Serpent. And they're gonna, if they can get under there and get into combat this turn, I think he has a good shot. The Eldar are probably gonna back out and shoot at him, but I think he has a good shot. And if he has that, he'll get D6. So unless there's no way of getting over here to challenge the D6 one, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 3 up with Protect if he gets Protect off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
So tell us about your game. You went against the Adeptus Sororitas.
Yes.
How'd that go? Fun.
Pretty well. I think the highlight was the Redemptor killed Celestine twice.
As well she should.
Went up, crushed her, and then she was back.
And he's like, screw this.
Yeah.
Did he kill her in close combat again, or did he shoot her?
Wow.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, all right.
I'll do it the second time.
Gotta get you dead.
What's better than killing a saint once?
Killing the same twice.
So what, did he use the Acts of Faith stuff? I haven't seen that in action yet. The new
Yeah.
what is it? What is it? I haven't read the rules for it.
I don't know. One of them gave a unit like a plus to hit. One of them healed. He healed like the Gemini unit.
Is that what you had when you did? Did they have that back then too? Was it that similar mechanic? Because I know they changed it from the index. But when you had Sisters in your Witch Hunter's army, didn't they have a
Way
mechanic?
back when.
I
don't even remember because I used like one squad and like.
Yeah. But you had that really cool Inquisitor that looked like the Van Helsing guy.
I found him the other day.
Did you find him?
Yeah,
You
and I
use
found
him.
my whole squad. So now I found him. There was like 2. Now they're called Hospitalers or something. A couple of those in there.
Okay.
Do
you have the
Servo Skull. A couple of
That's cool.
old
Did
old
you
Metal
find
Crusaders.
did you find your old Inquisitorial squad?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I found it the other
We
day.
played so many games with that. He and I played so many games.
Yeah. That was fun. I really hope they bring that back.
Yeah, that was wicked cool.
Like just like make it a really cool.
They gotta fix
couple death cults in there.
They gotta fix the Inquisitor warband. They gotta fix
Yes,
that.
and I feel it's very easy.
That's a white dwarf. You can just do that in a white dwarf.
Yeah, I hope they do.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
They should. Well, I can't see why they wouldn't. I mean, it's a wicked cool concept, and the Inquisitors are a big part of the Black Library lore. Yeah, so this game is pretty cool. Sarah and I were getting a kick out of the D cannon because that's a funny name for a unit, and the drill came up and it was drill cannon versus D cannon. So and the D cannon killed the drill, as well it should. So no more drill, but the drill is still my favorite Admech unit so far.
It doesn't need line of sight, right?
Nope.
D cannon.
No. Why not? Just D cannon everywhere and hope you hit something.
Oh my god.
You can put a
Horrifying.
It's a distortion cannon.
you can put a D cannon on a Wraith Seer.
That's what Chris was telling us. I was like, that's the
Oh
coolest
yeah,
thing.
then yeah.
He has one. I'll show. Look,
I have one too.
Yeah.
I just haven't played my Eldar.
There
in a
it is.
while.
There it is.
Nice.
That's what's cooler than that.
Well, but you can give. I don't think he does it. You can give it a Warlord trait that lets it snipe. So you can snipe with no line of sight with a D cannon.
Oh, shizzy. That's Chris. Have you tried that yet? Because that sounds like it has to happen. I think
It's like that character.
That's done it.
You're
That's
dead, and you didn't even see me.
You got D.
You just explode.
You just got D'd.
If you roll right, if it's possible to
It's
kill.
not terrible. That's awesome.
You
That's-
could kill. You could kill Rabute in one turn.
Oh, dude.
It's possible. I mean, it's not like
That's like
probable.
you know what that's like. That's like when people take the the Mighty Lord of Corn and they just make it their mission to kill something awesome with them. I've seen, like I was watching a battle where the guy had it was not a competitive.
Oh,
army.
with the 5-up.
Yeah, and he went over and like he was going against Alariel and he got in a car with Alariel and he killed Alariel with the axe, the reality bending axe. It was so cool. In a tank. Was that your warlord? I've done small games for a laugh. Was that your warlord in a tank? Me? No, my warlord's Captain Quintus. He's a really lame. He's not lame. He's from the Assault on Black Reach. Dan, do you have a warlord in a tank? No, you don't have a warlord in a tank, do you?
A what?
A warlord in a tank? No. Who's
Me?
a warlord? Yeah. Is
For
there-
what?
For I don't know. Was that your warlord in a tank? No.
I
Not
don't
mine.
have any.
How many tanks it? But the worst is if you want to lose friends is Warp Spider. Yeah, Warp Spider's still busted. I know they were busted for a while.
I thought they're not now.
I don't know. I haven't gone against them yet. Just for over.
Oh.
Because they.
I
can
thought
be
there's
close.
not as good anymore.
I'm gonna do a quick walk
I
by.
think Dark Reapers are the
They're the flavor right
they're the flavor. Inari Dark Reapers.
Oh, because they can shoot twice.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the assault.
These
I want to
sucks.
keep an eye on here.
-4 to hit's fun. In AOS, I can get Plague Bearers to -4 to hit at range.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we got the Overwatch on the charge here.
Overwatch on the charge.
Okay, so he needs a 5 to make this charge.
Thanks for like coming into the room and leaving every time.
Roll the 7. This is it. This is it. This is it. Let me
for,
sneak in
for
here.
every update.
Okay, this is it.
Sorry.
This is getting good. -4 to hit. Oh my god,
It was
that's
already good.
brutal.
So wait, what charged what here?
Okay, so 4 Electro Priests are charging. How many Guardians is it?
Ooh, that doesn't.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Just needs 1 to live though. But
Okay.
how many Guardians?
2.
Ooh.
Alright, so many Bothans died to bring
So
this
know about
information.
those odds.
So let's consult the codex, shall we?
We shall.
Alright, so those 4 Electro Priests against 2 Guardians. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, no. I am sorry. It is not 2 Guardians. The Guardians are a single squad going across. The reason because you roll a lot of Overwatch shots, but there's only a few in melee range, so they're going to have to pile in. They'll still be able at most. Just the D-Cannon's a separate unit to support
Wait, so
them.
how many Guardians are there?
I think it's like 10. I don't think he lost that.
He only really needs 1 to live.
Their objective secured. Good call, Dan.
Electro Priests are not.
They're not. They're elites. Good call. Unless he just... How many can...
Who went first?
This is the Admech turn. Admech go first.
Oh, so then he could just move away and stand on that objective. And
He
take
also
it.
has... Oh, he doesn't have 2 command points, so he can't auto pass. But he can move off the objective. Let me see... How many can he possibly kill? I counted 4 Electro Priests. They have 2 attacks apiece.
So max 8.
He could do it.
But then you need to hit and woo with everything.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, he'll go choose through the armor, minus 2d3 damage.
But you're probably going to do 4 wounds, though.
I don't know if there's a stratagem in here that makes them... I mean, they're a good unit. And I think if they destroy the... If they've killed something, they have a 3-up invuln save. Which is nasty. If they destroy you in the fight phase, they have a 3-up invuln save the rest of the game. Which is brutal. That happened to me when I played them. They killed my scouts, then they were like Super Saiyan the rest of the game. Alright. I'm very curious to see how this fight goes. So even if he doesn't, let's say Les holds that objective. He did manage to kill the...
So there's just nobody on it now.
That's just unclaimed. So it's going to be 1 plus 1d3 for each of them. Let's assume it stays as is. He could still win if he rolls poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Guardian Shield. Silly names. Okay, 1,
Let's see how many.
2... Yeah, Dan's going to be a tableside reporter here.
Yeah, because he's closest.
Yes,
So now
this is
I don't
true.
have to get up.
Then you don't have to get up. That's the seat.
Right.
Closest to the door has to be the tableside reporter. All right. Good game. I think you're right. I think your Eldar are going to carry the day here. Cool. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Sweet. Want to join us?
I'm good, thank you.
Let's see. Okay, so we have our first battle report in for the night. Ooh.
I feel like last week we had like 5 by this time.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy here tomorrow, I think.
I bet.
Pretty crazy. Oh, that's a lot of dead guardians. Oh my. Okay, I think I counted at least 5 or 6.
So he wiped out the Guardians.
Holy shit. So Les is gonna have to shoot them off the board then.
There's a Farseer there. I mean, you could
Smite. Interesting.
Shoot at him, yeah.
So the drill is responsible for that. I'm telling you, dude, the drill. If you play, I want that drill. If you play Admech, you need that drill in your life. Because they have no other way of getting. I mean, if you play Styges, you can deep strike something. Or not deep strike, but you can infiltrate something. But that drill allows you. It's the only transport they have access to in the game right now. They don't have any plastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't have any. It's weird. Like GW's plastic line has no transports for Admech. Did you see the new drill? Is it different than this one? He's using the termite drill. Is it? Oh, you're talking about the Gene Stealer Cult one? Oh, you could. That's a good idea.
What?
You could take the drill terrain and probably pretty easily convert it into a drill transport. I bet it would not be that hard. That is a good call, Chris. Is that what you're alluding to? I didn't even think of that. It's a really gigantic terrain piece, but I bet it's roughly the same size. Just when I saw. Yeah, the new drill terrain piece looks friggin' awesome. Although, I mean, I do like the Forge one, but I'd rather... Oh. Let's see. He's got a picture. Chris is the man. He's got all this stuff ready for us.
That's
that.
a big one.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like a bomb.
That.
Just in case.
It's like the
Ordinatus,
Ordinatus, yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell that thing does?
That looks like it's got guns where it has a drill. It looks like it has like lasers in case the drill doesn't...
like all over.
And it's got... Look at these things. How does that work?
It's death, murder, kill.
The tracks don't follow it in though. Like this wouldn't drill a hole large enough for the rest of the tracks.
Is that Volkite on the side? What is that?
Those are Volkite. It looks like they just do you understand what I'm saying though? Like this would, like the tracks would move it somewhere and then this would go off of it, right?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, there's no way this.
Detach it. So it looks like it could like detach
It's
off
a detachable
of the
drill. Yeah.
Is that whole thing?
Right.
There's no way this because I'm saying the chassis wouldn't fit in the hole that this thing makes.
Oh, and then it lets it go?
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting really like...
It's a new super heavy Admech transport. That is cool, but I don't understand how that works. like usually I can figure out how it works. Like the one that they have, it looks like it works. It's a drill with some treads and a drill, but that like...
I think you're right. I think it would come off of
It must come out. Yeah, it must come off of it, right? I would assume.
If it
But then
was
why-
real life.
But then why doesn't it just have? I guess I'm just wondering about the purpose of the.
Look, it's a fantasy.
I know.
Made up.
I know.
Does it split into 2 units and then the tracks can shoot those?
That's what I'm wondering.
They do have guns, right?
Does that make it Volkite?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just confused by how that works. I'm just wondering why they need a separate track unit to bring the drill where it needs to go. That's what I'm wondering.
Just to be extra.
I guess. Yeah, so that combat went Admech's way. Ooh. Oh, man. In real life. See, Juice Blocks knows what's up.
What is that?
He says in real life. So this is the thing, like that drill, there's no way that, yeah, I'm curious. It is Volkite. Yeah, I'm wondering if those tracks just, like, hang out and then they send the drill in and then...
And then the track shoots
But
stuff.
why would you take the drill on a tread to the battlefield and then, like, okay, here's our drill. Now you're going to see, like... Right? I'm not wrong, right? It's just like, yeah.
They just want them to be fancy. Brian.
I don't understand why that would be. I don't know how that works.
Only you would ask these
No,
questions.
the first thing I wondered is, okay, is that going to ground? Well, that's not going to follow it. Like, this looks like it almost comes up. Yeah, that's like a little lever. That thing.
Yeah, it
and
looks
then
like
it goes-
it pushes it off.
Yeah, like lifts it up. And
Yeah. That's what that does. But do you really need
But then
that?
you still get to control the tracks after?
I guess. Hey! It's a
You just ride on them.
big...
And who's driving that
That's
thing?
not, there's no... I think it's automated.
Oh.
That's automated.
There's no windows.
These are questions that need answering right here. There's a little lens down there.
Seems very.
But then that lens, you can't see out of that lens because once that goes up, you won't be able to see anything. That's
It's
all.
probably just a guy in there, and he has to stay in there permanently with no arms and
It's
legs.
a servitor.
Yeah.
It's a servitor.
With no arms or legs.
Yeah, that's what's happening there. I had not seen that yet. I want them to start making some cool stuff for 40K from Forge World. Like the 30K stuff looks cool, but you couldn't pay.
They made the one Primaris vehicle, and then it was like, oh, cool, maybe they're gonna keep. And no, we'll just have one $400 vehicle, and then nothing else.
The 30K stuff is. I think most of it looks really cool, but then like I have no desire to play 7th edition 40K ever again. 7th edition rule set to me is just like, especially when you've played 40K for at least like 10 games, and you try to play a 30K game. It's like how the hell. It's like going from HD back to standard definition. Trying to watch it. You ever try to like watch a DVD?
Yeah.
Like an old school DVD, and it's like
Garbage.
I mean, some movies still hold up, but like it's like it's always sports, especially if you try to watch sports in HD.
It's like if you have dogs for a pet, but then you have to have cats instead.
I saw that
like
coming.
that.
I saw that coming. Speaking of which, dude, mine have been annoying lately.
Why?
Because cats are annoying.
Brie went after my Brazilian food tonight.
Of course you did.
I'm starving.
You knew that was gonna happen, Brian.
I came in. As soon as I came home, I'm starving.
Oh my god.
Give me that steak. All right, so this is it's taking a little longer than I would have expected. I feel like this is a cagey 5th turn. I'm wondering, can Les pull this out here? What a game! So your favorite unit tonight was your Redemptor?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love the Redemptor model.
Perform well.
So what's the other thing that we were talking about with bolters? Things getting screwed. Was it you said the Fragstorm bolt launcher?
Yeah. On vehicles, at least.
Let's put a list together this week because I want to send an email in from what people have seen so far. Yeah, well, how'd the beta rules? Did you find that they made a difference tonight at all?
Yeah, I mean, you just get more shots.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Nothing wrong with that. But like you said, the assault bolters are like, what's the point now? I'm trying to think of because Deathwatch. Yeah, the Deathwatch came with bolters. Did you see what's going on in the Teriel Station battle with Nurgle versus Zinch?
Earlier Nurgle was like winning, but they look like they were mounting a little comeback, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
So while they're
Chaos Civil War over there.
Yeah, so the Teriel Station battle, we were going to do Teriel Station. We figured because this is the capital battlefield, we want to show this. Yeah, we had Nurgle versus Zinch on the landing pad because the Tau dipped out, so Chaos is fighting over control for it, which is cool.
I'm going to go check that game out, actually.
Yeah, let me know. I'm curious what's going on
Bring
there.
back a report.
Thank you. So 13 to 15. A lot of VPs, huh?
Yeah, that's
lot of
actually.
VPs.
I feel like it's higher than what I've seen before.
Yeah, usually I like high scoring games, and I like the games where they like. I like when each turn is a score. I know it's cool to play games where there's like a win condition at the end of the game, but I like these games that have scoring each turn. I think it adds a lot to it. Hey, there we go. That's it.
They just rolled the final VPs at 18-17 for the Eldar.
Wow!
Oh.
What a game! What
They were literally 1 point.
18 to
Within
17.
1 point of each other for
Wow.
the entire game.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in.
Yeah, let's bring them in.
Come on in, guys. Here, no, you say. I'll move. Hey, come on, man. Come on in.
Good. See, I knew he would.
Let's get both of you guys in. Let's get both of you guys in.
Yeah, this is good. That was like the
What a game, huh? No, sorry.
Sorry, as I'm clunking with the
Sorry.
birthday beating with the door.
John, this is what a game. Hey, let's get both of you. Let's get both of you guys.
Like a big brother kind of thing. Like, we're gonna talk to him first, and we're gonna bring you in.
No, come on in. Have a seat.
You get the good one. You won.
I'll sleep in the
Good
bed.
game.
I get the side seat.
Sarah, have a seat. Sarah. So let's go to the booth. So
Oh, yeah.
let's go to the booth shot. There we go. So what a game.
Nail biter.
victory point.
Nail biter.
What a game.
It was a nail biter.
So who had? Okay, I want to go back to because I didn't see who had what objectives at the end here. At the end of Battle
So
5.
he had my objective.
You had that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. he
Oh,
took-
wow.
I had to dump
Pre-sonic.
all my firepower into it, and I needed to kill 3. I only killed 1.
Did you have the 3-up invuln save at that point? Oh wow.
Well, because
You killed something earlier with him?
I picked everything off till there was one guy left. When I first showed up with the drill,
Yeah.
I shot it with everything else till I left one guy. I'm like, all right, these 10 guys are gonna assault one dude.
And then they got 3-up invuln save.
As soon as I electrocuted them,
Yeah, yeah.
boom, they're popped. They're ready to go.
Okay, so you had that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Les, you had this one
Yep. There's some guy you can't see him, but
on
they're
the
hidden
side.
behind
Yeah,
this thing.
and then
So
this
well
one.
done.
Did anybody have this one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I flew my guy.
You had
up
that
there.
one, and then you had this one, John.
Yep.
So it was 2d3 plus, and then you had d6, d3, 1. What a game!
Yeah.
Yep.
What a game!
Just low rolls. He had rolled higher on that when he took the scales.
So, Eldar. So this is Chris. This is Chris Stack. He was awesome. He was helping us a lot with the. He was spotting stuff.
D-Cannon is the other one.
Dude, the D cannon is now might be my favorite. I don't know why. I just never thought it was funny. Now I think it's hilarious. D cannon killed the termite drill.
Yeah.
So wow,
That was
Double
the only
smite
thing
and
that
that,
really
yeah.
did. It killed off some infantry earlier, but that was like
it really killed some imagery.
something has to get close. Well, it was like smite, and then I was like, how many wounds did I have left? He's like 4, and I was like, 4? I got all this firepower to dump into it.
What's the range of the D cannon?
24?
But it doesn't need line of sight,
Does
right?
not lean line
That's
of
awesome.
sight.
I just
So it's a
found-
good zone denial.
So Chris,
It's like,
Chris was telling me that you can put that on a Wraith Seer.
yep. Oh, right. And
Badass.
you can put on a race
And he gets
here,
sniper too.
and then you can make that your warlord and give him
Sniper.
and you could give him the artifact to make him a second -1 to hit. So he's -2 to hit.
Yeah.
Can target characters.
That's
And he's
badass.
got a D cannon.
So you can
That's
one shot.
amazing.
How much damage does that thing do? Is it
D6.
D6.
-4 D6 damage. So if something doesn't have an invuln, you're just gonna
Yeah.
fry it. And if you can
That's
jinx
badass.
it, then
Badass.
nothing's gonna last.
Yeah. So that was awesome.
But it costs more than the platform. It's like 50 points or something like that for the gun.
It's a 3 up to hit on the. Is the
As
platform
long as
3?
it doesn't move,
Okay.
it's 3 up.
Because it's a heavy.
Yeah.
All right. What'd you guys think of the scenario? Was it okay? I thought it was decent, right?
Great.
Yeah.
Loved
Right?
it. Yeah.
I basically had to sacrifice a guy every turn to get that.
Oh, that?
I just had to
Your
keep
turn,
going.
sir. Take that hill.
I was just like body.
I'm sitting there with Wrath of Mars. I'm like, whoever's going up,
Oh, that's-
18 hit shot.
I hadn't seen it until you saw that stratagem. That's nasty.
I saw the strategy midway through the game. Like, this is why the army's supposed to be good. All plus robots plus this equals
That's nasty.
your opponent's gonna slash your tires.
Yeah.
It's just it's bad.
So yeah, it was a great game. So in the story, where it's interesting to see. So you've retrieved the last piece of the artifact. So this is
This was a nail biter.
this is it. So now this
It would have been in that tower. That's why
it's,
they
it's in the
all
that
did.
guy. We need to get that. So now the second half of the campaign will be interesting to see what you guys do with it and what the bonuses you get. And then the Admech, they performed very well. It's not like you were. Yeah, that was.
I thought I was going to get swept under the carpet at the end there. I was
I
like,
couldn't tell at any point because every time I'm like, all right,
What'd you roll on the D6 for the D?
1.
Oh no!
I tell me if I'm wrong, but I think I was saying more objectives for most of the night than you were, but I could not roll anything.
I had 4 for a while I had 3 and you had 2.
Yeah.
And then, it was. So you had 3 and I had.
Yeah, because I had both on the sides,
Yeah.
and you came over
And then
with
I
that.
swung
You
in.
deep struck in.
Yeah.
And then you taking my own, I was like, I was hoping
Yeah.
some of those guardians would last. I can pop an invuln for them, and I
Yeah.
didn't.
He said that. Yeah, Guardian Shield, I think it's called,
Yeah.
or somebody's shield. He said that. Yeah.
I was hoping to hang on to that last command point for something.
We said that, like holding onto a command point at your last turn is really cool because if you need a key reroll or something really important, I never do that, but I always wish I had.
But I was right there with you. I'm like, all right, do I set everything on fire? I'm like, yes, that's
Yes,
the one right
burn
answer.
now.
When in doubt, everything's on fire twice.
Yeah,
Mortal wounds.
I think I like about a mission like this where you're scoring every turn. I like a little bit of variance like that, the D3.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's cool. I know in like a match play situation, it's probably not the best, but for a fun game, I think it makes for a better
That was
game.
incredible. And having to get to your opponent for a D6.
Yeah, and like I think having only one objective in your deployment zone and forcing people to move out of the deployment zone to get I think that makes for a better game too. You and Noam,
Yeah.
happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy
Happy birthday! I'll let you know tomorrow how she's feeling.
Sunday, technically not today.
Happy early birthday! Thanks for the cookies.
Oh, you're welcome. Hopefully they're good.
They were delicious.
Those are very fancy. You make those?
Yeah.
That sort of
Really?
impressive.
They were really good. They were wicked good. Drive safe.
Good game, guys.
See ya. It was an awesome game.
I knew Les would win.
Wow.
Nail
She wasn't
biter.
Team
Oh,
Eldar. I was a Team
snap.
Admech. I was
No,
a
I'm kidding. No, the whole time he's like, "Do you think that Les is still gonna win?" I'm like,
Yep.
I am not a fair weather fan.
She stuck to it.
Like, I think
all
that
right.
he will win.
She stuck to it.
Good.
See ya. Yeah, it was a great game. So yeah, we'll see next week. We'll see what happens with the campaign. So it's now you have the artifact, the spear.
Fine, yeah.
So what do you do with it? We'll see what happens.
Well, we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
see who go after. Maybe it's meant
Wash
to
the
kill.
oil off.
Yeah. yeah. Well, thanks for coming, guys. We're gonna
Thanks for
What a
running
great
it.
game.
We're gonna
That was
bow out.
incredible, man.
Thank you
That was
again.
thanks for
awesome.
watching, guys. We'll see you later.
Yeah.